baggy bottom jeans, boots with the fur. We're live. Hello everybody, and welcome to the United Stand. No, we're not live. I thought I was live. Why would I not be live? Oh, I hate it when this happens. You think you're live, you're not live. I am live, and not live. I am live. Hello everybody, and welcome to the United Stand. I hope you're all very welcome. You are very welcome. I hope you're all very good. Manchester United against Crystal Palace. Wout Weghorst is going to start this game of football. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm lost for words. Wout Weghorst is going to start. Very exciting news. Let me know what you think in the chat. I'm very excited about this. That's all I can say. I can say a lot of other things, and I'm sure I will do over the next few hours. But he is going to play, and he is going to start, and he is going to play. The team news is coming out, but I'm pretty sure I know the team off a heart anyway. We are sponsored by Boohoo Man. We'll talk about that in a minute. I don't know why I'm talking in this voice, but it's a strong team for Manchester United. Brilliant team, people are saying in the chat. So David De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Martinez, Varane, Luke Shaw, Casemiro, Eriksen, Bruno, Rashford, Anthony, and Weghorst. And you know what? For me, that is really, really important. We'll talk about the bench in a minute. Palestri's on there. Garnacho's on there. No Martial. Wouldn't have expected him. Lindelof, Maguire on there. Malacia, Fred, McTominay and Heaton. I've just told you the bench. But yeah, I'm very happy with this team. Very, very happy with this team. We spoke about it in the preview. Respect opinion. And you have to do that. But you know what? I think he's got the only surprise is he started Weghorst. Apart from that, that is probably United's strongest team he can put out at the moment. Obviously, you've got no Delo available at the moment, and obviously Martial is injured, as we know. But I think I like what Ten Hag does. And he tends to just treat the next game as a really important game. And Arsenal, in many ways, this puts Arsenal back in their box. Arsenal's an important game on Sunday. It's not an important game today. It's an important game on Sunday. The important game today is Manchester United's game against Crystal Palace. I'm excited for this game just as much as the Arsenal game. Those games take care of themselves, beating lower opposition. Consistency is the real test, as Sambo. I absolutely agree with you, mate. I'm really looking forward to this game tonight. I think that Palace are a difficult proposition, even though they're not doing that well. That makes them a little bit more dangerous because I think they're a good side. And I agree with you, Sambo. I think that these sort of games are the games that get you top four or get you into a title race. You lose these games, it gives everyone else a chance. You lose to Arsenal, it's disappointing, but they're top of the league. They're a good side. You don't pick up points against Palace, and it's those are the sort of points that can give Liverpool a little bit of a chance to get back in, etc., etc. And that's why you've got to go strong. Shaw and Casemiro are on 4 yellow cards, says Answerman. I didn't know what Luke Shaw was, but Casey says he shouldn't have started Casemiro. I think he's absolutely correct. I said this in the preview. You can start Casemiro or you can start Fred. I would start Casemiro. Don't start Fred because he could get a yellow card as well. But yeah, very, very happy with what Manchester United have done tonight. And yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing how we get on. I'm very, very excited about Weghorst, if I'm honest with you. That's the player I'm looking forward to the most. Because I don't really know what to expect. If Weghorst was playing up front for Liverpool, I'd be interested. But he's playing up front for Manchester United, so I'm very interested to see what he can do. You need a Weghorst reaction. Repeat, if he scores today, it's only right, says Neil. And thanks for the super chats. Mark, thoughts on David Moyes' comments on Manchester United? He said on his podcast, says John Morris. Don't know the comments. You'd have to tell me about that. What I can tell you about is that the show is sponsored by Boohoo Man. What is that all about? Well, I'll tell you right now. I'm going to tell you right now. But Wout Weghorst does start for Manchester United. We will get the team up on the screen for you in a moment, but it does take a few minutes to come through from the stats provider, so we will get that up. But it's De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Martinez, Varane, Luke Shaw, Casemiro, Bruno, Eriksen, Anthony, Rashford, Weghorst. That is your Manchester United starting team, and it's a very, very strong one. But as I said, today's show is supported by Boohoo Man. I'm wearing my Boohoo Man hoodie. Boohoo Man is all about looking good and feeling great. And as we start the new year, then there is no better time to get yourself some brand new winter or active wear. And because Boohoo Man are sponsoring the show, it means it's time for some football trivia for you to get involved with in the chat. This week, we are seeing if you guys can guess which United player Boohoo Man are talking about from the below clues. So here we go. I was born on the 9th of July 1955 in Liverpool, England. During my playing career, I played 322 games for Manchester United, scoring 53 goals. After I finished playing, I managed Crystal Palace on 4 separate occasions, totalling 596 games. I know who it is. During my United career, I won the FA Cup and the Charity Shield. I retired from management in 2019, finishing my career at an Indian team, ATK FC. Who am I? I knew who it was with the Crystal Palace thing straight away, and I like the link. It's not Nanny. It's not Nanny. And Jan Rooneygild has got it. It is, of course, Steve Coppell. If you got that, you're old or intelligent, or both. Of course, it's Steve Coppell. Played for Manchester United in the 70s. Managed Crystal Palace I think he managed Crystal Palace in the final against us in 1990, actually. As always, Boohoo Man have given United Stand members a discount for this video by scanning the QR code next to me on your camera phone or clicking the link in the description and using the code Goldbridge. You can get an extra 10% off Boohoo Man, excluding certain sale items. Thank you very much to Boohoo Man, as always, for supporting the show. And now on with the stream. Don't forget, you can get something like this. And it's quite, United sort of colours, isn't it? I like this top. I always wear it when it's a Boohoo Man watch-along. So big shout out to Boohoo Man. Let's have a look what people are saying in the chat. Make sure you smash a like on the video and subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Why is the green screen back? I think the green screen works well for the watch-alongs. I like my more natural light setup for the 8 o'clocks and the 10 o'clocks and the transfer reactions. But I think for the watch-alongs, because I'm sandwiched in, I just think it works better. Give us your thoughts in the chat. Because I'm bigger when I do it the other way, and I get lost behind things. Whereas in this, I can't get lost behind things. 9 months. Oh no, Michael, I thought it was called 9 months. He's been a member for 9 months. Hi Mark, I like the starting lineup. It's a strong side in a game we need to win. Yes. Jill says, can you call Joseph a prey? I think she means Pratt. Got excited. Guys, this is going to be a defeat, says Neo. Well, let's respect Crystal Palace. Now, big news, actually. Big news here. Crystal Palace, Anderson, who I really like as a centre-back, and I'm going to go a bit left field, sorry. I'm not going to go left wing, fuck that. I'm going to go left wing here, and I'm going to say that I wouldn't mind Anderson signing for Manchester United. I think he's a good centre-back. So, he doesn't play. He's out for a month. Their team is Gator in goal, Klein, Richards, Guehi, Mitchell, Decore, Hughes, Alisi, Mateta, Zaha and Edward. I mean, you know what? It's not a bad side. At home, if they play well, it isn't a bad Palace side. We should be beating them with the team we've put out. We've left no room for error with the United side that's been put out. It's a very, very strong Manchester United side, and I don't think that I'm quite confident that we'll win now, because you just never know what the team is going to be. But you know what? I like it. I like United's lineup. I'm hoping for a win. Football training myself, so won't find out the results till after, says Scott. Mark, thoughts on the Lineker prank? Matt, I thought, well, I wasn't watching it, but it is a strong team. Yeah, you know what? It's awful if you're in that situation. Remember when I used to do the Snapchat call in, and somebody put a dick pic up? We had to end the stream. So it's not very nice when it happens. But do you think Casemiro should have started today, says YXNG? Although it's nowhere near as bad as being live with somebody on your show who then, hands their notice in live on the show and you think it's a joke. That happened in the early days of United Stand. Mark, thoughts on the Lineker prank? We've done that. Do you think Casemiro should have started today, says YXNG? Yes, I do. I said it on my preview, which you clearly didn't watch. But yeah, I do. I really, really do think he should be starting today. I think it's the right thing to do in the circumstances. So there's the Crystal Palace side, as you can see there. But that's not the team you want to see. It's this one. You want to see the Manchester United side, don't you? And there it is, in all its glory. Weghorst number 27. Manchester United lineup on the screen for you now. Make sure you smash a like and get involved with the channel by subscribing in the bottom right-hand corner. There's a bit of news to go through as well. I want to talk a little bit about some breaking news around Manchester United that I saw today about a potential investment into Manchester United. I think along the lines, there's a group that want to invest in Manchester United, and there's something to do with Barcelona and the levers. I'm not ruling out the fact, and I don't really want to get into the bids and all that lot unless you want to, but I did want to just answer it, and we'll probably get into more depth in it tomorrow on the news show. But apparently there's a story out there that there's an investment firm that want to invest into Manchester United and just invest and not have any ownership and leave the Glazers in charge. That won't work. You know, United fans might have divisions, United fans might think they're better than each other, whatever. Ultimately, we should all be under one roof and we should all be supporting the same team, and as a fan base we should be united and accept everybody as our own. But one thing I'm absolutely convinced by is if the Glazers stay, it won't be good enough. There is no way back for the Glazers. I can't see it. What I think is irrelevant. You know, even if we win a title, we've won a title before with the Glazers. They are what they are. They're exactly what they should be sponsored by. Ron Seal. They're exactly what they say on the tin. Greedy money leechers who take money out of a football club they don't even support. So if they're going to stay with investment firm becomes public enemy number 2, and Glazers remain public enemy number 1. So you know, if they want to try it, go for it. But you know, just because you've got the right manager in now after 10 years, people aren't going to forget who you are. So they need to sell. And also, I think they're so greedy, they'll sell. I think the bidding war will outweigh an investment, because investment means they've got to work. Did you see earlier about the potential investment from US firm 6th Street, says Smoggy. Look, I'm not going to rule it out because only an idiot rules things out. But I just think if they do decide to go down that route, they're going to be in for a world of pain. I mean, imagine that. A US investment fund allowing the Glazers to stay. You wouldn't want to be involved with that US investment fund. Do you see? And also, I know United fans who do things like go to America and get right in the faces of these people, so, and journalists. So I would advise you not to do it. It'll be the biggest mistake you ever make. Do you see us exceeding with a classic number 9? I do not see much of Vout, but I think his style is different than Martial. Any goals for him tonight? I don't know, Waleed. I've got to say, I'm pumping it. You've got to pump it up. I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited about United playing anyway, but I'm massively excited about Weghorst. Probably more excited than I would be if it was Osman. What am I talking about, you bloody prat? If Osman was up front, I'd be ecstatic. But there is something exciting about Weghorst because, yeah, he's cheap. Yeah, he's a Burnley loanee, but he might be a diamond in the rough. You know, he might be really good. He might be really bad. But that's exciting because you don't know what he's going to be like, and I think that's really interesting. Buzzing focus on tonight and into the second. Excited for Vout's pressing and to see if there are slight changes to style of play, like getting balls into the box. Yes, Paul, I don't think we can be hitting long balls from Bruno in behind. I think we've got to get up the pitch, but I think Palace will give us the ball to do that. So brave move by Ten Hag, but Ten Hag's not brave, he's calculated. Rumour has it Weghorst is number 27 because he's 3 times better than Haaland, says Simon. If you're talking about 6th Street, they just tweeted that they are not pursuing any bid investment for Man United, says Rory C. Luke, thank you very much. He says Glazers Wout, says there. And yeah, look, you know, I haven't seen that tweet, but I absolutely do not. You can't rule out that the Glazers will try and stay with investment, but as I said last night, just very, very quickly, investment, right. Somebody says there's 500 million for 25% of the club. In fact, they wouldn't get that. There's 1.5 billion for 25% of the club. And the Glazers go, yeah, we'll take that. We'll take half. It still only leaves them with 750 million and they need to build a stadium, which is going to cost more than $1 billion. So investment doesn't actually work. All right, we want 2 billion for 25% of the club. Still not enough to build the stadium and them to take money, etc. So they may as well take 6 billion and fuck off. Simple as that. Do you think we will score more goals from set pieces now that we have a 6'6" striker to sack him? Well, I'm not a massive student of Weghorst, but I did a video on the members section. If you watched it as a member, I'm sure just me did because they've been a member for 19 months. Hope it's not a graveyard shift for Vout, and it can be. Good point. It can be a graveyard shift in the number 9 shirt for United. But when I did the deep dive into Weghorst and we compared him to Haaland and Tony and Martial, and it's still up on the members section, you can watch it if you're a member. We deep dived into all his stats. And the interesting thing about Weghorst, the thing that stands out about Weghorst is actually his chance conversion in the box is very good, and his pressing is very good. His aerial ability is good, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's his strongest point. I'd say penalty box striker and defensive work from the front. They're the two standout things for Weghorst. So his aerial ability, I'm interested to see, because I've heard people say he's average in the air. Just because he's 6'6", it's a lazy assessment that he's good in the air. He's average in the air. But I can't understand. I can't believe that totally. I mean, maybe it's not his best attribute, but when you're 6'6" and you're a professional footballer, you're not going to not be used in the air. Mark, owning Piers Morgan has made my day, says Jaden. Oh, God. You know what? Piers Morgan basically did a tweet basically saying we're going to beat you 3-0 and Partey is going to destroy Casemiro. And I just said, you know what? Maybe 5 years ago, and I used to be part of it with the whole DT stuff, you know, but that's 5 years ago. Like, football's so different now. I find football so much enjoyable now because I can talk about Chelsea, I can talk about Arsenal, I can talk about Liverpool, and I don't just have to go, they're shit, they're shit, they're shit, we're better, you're shit. And that's basically what Piers was doing. So I said, look, at the end of the day, Partey's a good player, Casemiro's a good player, Arteta and Ten Hag are good managers. It's a fascinating match. I'm just looking forward to it. And football fans these days don't need to start arguing about whose dad's stronger than each other. It's just, you know, people consume football in general and have a club they support, and they can be respectful of each other. To which he said some bollocks about Arteta and that. And I said, hold on a minute. I've been Arteta in longer than you. You were bloody handing him out a month ago. You've got more faces than a townhouse clock, and it's true. He changes his opinion like the weather. I'm actually quite excited to see what Weghorst does tonight, says Kyle. Very excited myself too. And Clinton says, I've got to have surgery on my left foot and won't be able to walk or kick a ball for at least 3 months. Can you call my left foot a prat? Says Clinton. Well, recover, rest. Don't push yourself to get back quick. That's the best thing I can say. I know we should have had so much more, but I'm really excited to see Weghorst tonight, says Jamie. I think everybody is, Jamie. I think everybody is. Welcome to Members Club 0. Josh says, got my driving test in the morning. Any tips? Lots of tips. But ultimately, don't get nervous. Hi, Mark. Was it over the line, says Shahir. What over the line? About, I'm excited about tonight. Love that tweet, says Tumbleweed. He's a believer. He's a believer. He believes in himself, Weghorst. He's a strong personality. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see how it goes. So the bench for tonight for Manchester United, you can see the team on the screen there. I'm going to start the stats carousel now because then you can start to see, Boohoo Man first, but then you'll start to see other bits, including the Crystal Palace side. But those stats will update as the game goes on. But the bench for Manchester United, Tom Heaton. I'm surprised Butland's not on the bench yet, actually. Heaton seems to have gone ahead of Butland. I don't know. It's not even a story. Let's not talk about it. But Heaton played in the Carabao Cup, and Heaton's on the bench today. So I think people thought Butland was coming in as number 2, but it may well be that Heaton is performing better than him at the moment. So Heaton's on the bench. Lindelof and Maguire on the bench. Malassi is back to the bench. Fred is back to the bench. McTominay's on the bench. Palestre's back on the bench. Alanga and Garnacho. So the bench is not particularly strong because the first 11 is so strong. So, very, 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 very pleased with the team that he's picked. I think it's the right team to pick, and I think it gives us a much chance of winning a game, which is very important that we do win a game. Whoa. Just having a quick look at something here. So 6th Street have tweeted, as part of our sporting investing franchise, 6th Street maintain active dialogues with top organisations across multiple sports and around the world. But at this time, 6th Street is not looking to buy Manchester United and is not in any active discussions to do so. It does say buy and not necessarily not invest, but hopefully that means the same thing. But there we go. Garnacho is on the bench, by the way, if anyone needs to know that. He is on the bench tonight for Manchester United with Alanga and everybody else. I'm very happy with the team. Very, very happy with the team. Hope you all are as well. I'm just getting some news for you here. Sorry, what it is. I'm sure we'll get some quotes coming in from our manager soon as well. Buzzing for this one, says Sean O'Rourke. Excited to see how Eric used Vout. Terrified about the Casemiro booking. Piers is a prat. Off topic, but United career mode. Tomorrow, Sean. Tomorrow. The United career mode starts tomorrow. Very excited about that. Had to keep putting it off because I was going to take it to YouTube. Now it's going to stay on Twitch. Discussions have been going on all week, so it's going to stay on Twitch. So I can confirm that the United career mode, episode 1, Goldbridge in charge. What was it? Brentford and Brighton first games? Starts tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Carl Murphy. Hi, I'm from the US and I'm interested in finance jobs. Been listening to you for years. Would love to hear your recommendations on finance jobs as well as your experience in the industry. Need my email, says Carl. No, I don't need your email. Carl, finance jobs are... I can't tell you anything more about finance jobs than you can find out online. I worked in a bank, I work in investment banking, I worked in money laundering, all sorts of stuff. Finance is a massive world. I'd go and speak to somebody who's in the industry now because I haven't been in it for 5 years and it's changed a lot. Owen says, hello Mark, I'm very excited. Good luck with it though. Hello Mark, I'm very excited to see Weghorst starting. I'm also predicting us to win 2-0. Go United, says Owen. Thank you very much. Buzzing for this one, says Sean. We've done that one. Butland is on loan from Palace, so he can't be on the bench today. Of course he can't. Of course he can't, Obham. Thank you very much. Tridliv, thank you. Welcome to the members club. And also, we've had a chat here coming in from... any news Alanga going on loan, says Blaze Gamer. No, he's on the bench tonight. And Nelson says, I'm your longest member. Manscaped on me. Trim your grass to make your yard look like mine. I played the game, unlike Zane, says Nelson. You're not the longest member. 21 months is a long time, but I guarantee we've got longer members than that. I've played the game, says Karen Jott. Thank you very much. Welcome to that. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Very exciting game tonight. Please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Get involved with the channel. United Stand. We're live every night at 8 o'clock, every morning at 10 o'clock with the latest Manchester United news. Always enjoy the 10 o'clock show. What's happened to Juniper, says Swall? That name rings a bell for some reason. Any update on Sancho's condition, Mark? He's training with the team. Trained with the team yesterday. Started training with the team yesterday, so he's back in amongst it. 8 o'clock kickoff for Manchester United tonight, so we're half an hour away. How do you think Ten Hag will rotate players during the game, says Jacob? I think ideally, as soon as you get 2 or 3-0 up, you take Casemiro off, you take Rashford off, and you start thinking about Arsenal. But I like the approach that Eric Ten Hag has taken to this game, by the way. I think it's really important that we go strong. We're away from home. And I think that, I said it in the preview, but I'll remind people now, we're in such a good form at the moment. We've got to be very careful that we don't get ahead of ourselves. And what I mean by that is, I think some people think Arsenal's such a big game, let's rotate, let's play Maguire and McTominay. And I'm like, hold on a minute. When we played Maguire and McTominay last year, we would have lost this game. This is a Palace side in a very competitive Premier League that's not won since Christmas. They're going to be up for this tonight. I mean, Man United can be a great inspirer of home teams. And yeah, so I think we've approached it in exactly the right way. All right, mate, Mark, mate, 30 months here, says NJ. Thank you very much. Can we call Owen a Turbo Pratt? When is the Turbo Pratt hoodie coming out? Adam Locke. I don't know who Owen is. Michael Owen. And news on Garnacho re-signing reports 4 or 5 years, says Ozzy. Oh, thank you very much for that, actually. Thank you very much for that. Can I just remind you, that's our stats carousel going round on my left. That is nil and everything at the moment because that's when the game kicks off. It updates by the second. So you'll get possession stats, shots on target, tackling, pass accuracy, all of that. Team news will update as well. If someone gets booked, you'll see a yellow card. If there's a goal, you'll see that on their shoulder. If someone gets subbed on, you'll see a red arrow underneath them to mean they've subbed on. So that's all updating as the game goes on. Sponsored by OneFootball app, by the way. You can scan that QR code in the top right-hand corner, or you can go through the link in the description. OneFootball for all your latest breaking football news, transfer news and stats. Free to download, available on all apps, all platforms like Android and for iPhone and whatever else. Download it for free. How are you doing, Mark? Says Manroop. I'm doing very well. I hope we're all doing very well tonight, actually. And Vaz says, I'm buzzing for the game. Eric Ten Hag has been a breath of fresh air. Exactly what we need since Sir Alex. You know, he has been a breath of fresh air. He's been like, you ever had those chewing gum airwaves? I think Ten Hag is like putting three of them in at once. Takes your breath away, but it is a breath of fresh air. Lovely stuff. Any truth on Real Madrid wanting Garnacho, says Anthony. So there is a story about Garnacho. Sort of broke a couple of hours ago that he's going to sign a 6-year contract on £30,000 a week with loads of added extras like massages and like win bonuses, etc. That might be very, very well true. I don't know. I've not heard anything about it. But what I would say is, why would Garnacho sign a contract till he's 24 on 30 grand a week? It's 20 grand a week less than Brandon Williams earns. Like, I don't think he's going to sign a contract on 30k a week. I think what might happen is he signs a contract on 30k a week, and if he becomes a first team regular, they review his contract straight away. I think that's what will happen. I can't see a player of his talent, pinning himself down to sit for 6 years on 30k a week. He'll be doing himself out of a lot of money. Hi Mark, I'm playing FIFA 23 now, listening to you. Have Osman as a striker, and man, I know it's just a game, but freaking hell, he suits United so well, says Fimble. Good to hear. I like Osman. I heard something today actually about, I think it was in the Telegraph. They were talking about Harry Kane and saying that Harry Kane may well leave Spurs this season because he wants Champions League football and he wants to stay in the Premier League because he wants to break the Alan Shearer goal record, and therefore Man United get mentioned because he won't go to Man City, he won't go to Liverpool because they've just bought strikers, he can't go to Arsenal or Chelsea because it's London, so United is logical. But then they were saying that United do like Kane and they want to buy Kane. Thank you very much for the super chat, Typical Fusion. But there is a feeling that Ten Hag maybe doesn't want Harry Kane because of his age profile and his lack of speed. And Osman would suit United more. I want Osman over Kane. Yeah, I mean, I'll do a poll on it. I really hope to see Palestri today. He's done more than Elanga in an entire season, only with one game. This is air. I'm backing Rashford to beat Ruud and Vardy. Consecutive goal records from form of his life. Striker, centre midfield, centre back and right back in the summer. And we push for the title, says Club 1878. Eric Ten Hag had to go for a strong lineup. Losing this game would have taken the buzz off last weekend. We need to focus on the team and not the Glazers, says Glenn. It's funny, actually. I was talking to a couple of Arsenal fans today and they were asking me about the game at the weekend. And I said, to be honest with you, I'm excited about it, but it doesn't matter to me or many other United fans at the moment because we're playing Crystal Palace and that's what matters. And I said, to be honest with you, I said it twice if you're listening, I said, to be honest with you, if we beat Crystal Palace, I'll go into that Arsenal game a lot more relaxed. And they were like, what do you mean? I said, you're a good team. We're away. We can't expect to beat you. You're a good team and we're away. If we beat Crystal Palace and we get a point against you, or even if we lose, all right, we're not in a title race, but we're firmly in the top four and Arsenal are closer to the title than City. So I think as long as we win today, we set up a big game on Sunday where we've got Man City at home, Palace away and Arsenal away. If we go into the Arsenal game having already taken 6 from 9, we're almost at that point where, we're either going to get a flawless 9, which would be amazing, we get a 7 that's very good, or we get a 6, which is a bit disappointing, but it's not too bad. So winning this game is what it's all about. Man, team biking with Goldbridge to raise £1,000 for the Michael Carrick Foundation. Are we on, Mark? Plenty of people want to see this. Fundamental MTB. Thank you very much. I don't know whether Michael Carrick would want me to do it, mate. I've never met Michael Carrick, but I'd be happy to do it. Mohit says, hi Mark, do you think playing the Casemiro against the Crystal Palace is risking the game against Arsenal? We definitely need Casemiro against Arsenal, says Mohit. Look, you're not the only person to say this, but I can only repeat what I've said, and I just said it. Why is everybody obsessed with the Arsenal game so much that they would sacrifice 3 points against Palace? What's the point in the Arsenal game if we don't beat Palace? So why would you rest Casemiro for Arsenal, then lose to Palace potentially, and then even with Casemiro, you might lose to Arsenal? I don't see the logic of resting Casemiro for Arsenal to risk 3 points against Palace. And then even with Casemiro, there's no guarantee you beat Arsenal. Get the points on the board. And also, there's another angle to this. What about in a month's time or 2 months' time when we're knackered and we're not picking up the wins like we are now? We're in a good vein of form. Get the points on the board while the sun is shining. Hi Mark, I believe even if Wout doesn't score loads, he will be like Martial in the way that he's pressing and work rate will be important, says Nasty. I agree, and I'm excited to see. Any news on Martial's injury, and do you think Wout will score, says Darren? I mean, look, I can't normally tell you a player's going to score, but I think we'll score 2 or more, and it feels like Rashford and Weghorst, it might be written in the stars. So, let's see. As for Martial's injury, it's the same as Delot. I mean, if there's one thing that's a little bit frustrating about Ten Hag is he very rarely tells you about an injury and how long it's going to be. And that's probably a tactic to keep it, the pressure off the player and potentially to not let rivals know when a player might be back to get, any edge can matter. But I don't know with Martial, but the worrying thing with Martial is if he's not in the Palace game, I don't think he'll be in the Arsenal game. I think Martial might be out for 2 or 3 weeks again, but hopefully not. But no news is good news, I suppose. Marcus Stevenson, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much. Let's see if we've had some quotes coming in from Eric of Ten Hag yet. Normally we do get some just before the game. Let's see what's being said. So, doesn't seem to be anything going on at the moment. I'll just have a quick check elsewhere. Are we all confident that we're going to win? I think Palace are a little bit the unknown, if I'm honest. A few quotes from Bruno Fernandes coming in from Sky, and we've got some Weghorst ones as well. Let's fly into that. So, Ten Hag on Casemiro missing the Arsenal game if he's booked tonight. This will be of interest to you. We are aware of that, but it is about today. Sunday is Sunday. Obviously, we don't want him to get booked. That is clear, but it's about winning tonight. Love that. I love that from Ten Hag. I think that I've said my bit. I said it in the preview, and I absolutely love what he's saying because Casemiro has to play tonight because you've got to go strong. And tonight's win is what matters. Sorry, I'm trying to type and tweet. I'm normally better than that. Ugh. I'm typing like my gran. Actually, I'm not typing like my gran. She's dead. So she wasn't a very good typer though. I think Casemiro is professional enough to avoid a yellow. If you had the choice, would you keep Weghorst or put Ronaldo back up front, and why? I don't really want to do that, Matt. I respect what you're asking me, Matt, but I could call you Matt the Prat, and I'm not going to. I love Ronaldo. He's a legend of the club. It feels wrong to say I'd rather have Weghorst up front for United than Ronaldo. But I understand why people would say it. But I'm not going to do it because I don't think that helps anybody. It's like saying, I'm so glad Maguire's not starting and Varane and Martinez are. I mean, Maguire might be important at some point. Ronaldo's an important part of our tapestry. I just don't really want to compare current United players. I just want to focus on the positives. Jamie says, can you say hello to my daughter, Chloe, who's watching United stand for the first time during a match? Welcome, Chloe. I'll try and be good. Hope you enjoy it. And Lee says, Mark, if we can't get De Jong, Timber and Osimhen and maybe a right back like Dumfries, great summer for me. Don't want to buy too many players for cohesion, says Lee. Okay. Do you think Wout would be offered a more permanent contract if he was decent enough during the loan, says Ahmed? I think, nobody can say no to that. That will be 100% in his head. We've got some more quotes from Eric Ten Hag coming up in a minute. That'll be 100% in Weghorst's head because in the summer he's going back to Burnley, who will get promoted. So he could be playing in the Premier League, but he might not be a player that company likes. So if you're Weghorst, it's 6 months of an opportunity to try and earn yourself a long-term contract. If Martial stayed fit and you bought Osimhen, you could still have Weghorst as another option. A lot of teams have 2 strikers on the bench, so there is an opportunity for him there long term, but we haven't seen him play for a minute yet. Let's hold off and let's see. But I'm very excited to see what he can do. Time for a stretch. McTominay's not playing, but it's Scooby-Doo on my trousers. Scooby-Doo. Hey, up, how are you? They probably had conversations about Casemiro getting involved too much and others do the fighting for him. Also, I've got good feelings about Wout, says Shaheen. And can you do the Harry Potter's impression where Weghorst scores against you playing for Burnley on, says Chikorito. That would have been a really good idea. If I had the clip, could have used it, but I haven't got the clip. So if anyone wants to message me with the clip, I could load it up and we could have it ready if he scores. Hooray, Mark, send us an email, challenge accepted. This is Fundamental MTB Coaching. Thank you very much, pal. And Christmas PJs, they're not, they're Tatton PJs. Scooby-Doo. What are you on about there, eh? What's the matter with you, eh? I'm a Scottish Eric Ten Hag, eh? We could buy Timber and use him like Shaw, play him at centre-back or depending on the rotation. Right back as well, says FIFA Crazy. And should have rested Casemiro for this game to make sure he's fresh and doesn't get suspended for Arsenal game. Michelle, Slow Sports News with Michelle. Doesn't tune in on time. Doesn't listen to Eric Ten Hag. Thinks he knows better. He's literally just said we need to go strong in this game to win this game. Arsenal's on Sunday. But you think you know better than the manager. Completely disagree. Said it in my preview. Win this game tonight. That's all that matters. Arsenal takes care of itself on Sunday. If Casemiro's suspended, it doesn't mean it's wrong to play him tonight. Get the points on the board tonight. What's the better chance of a win? Crystal Palace. Both difficult games. Palace is the best chance of a win. Get the points. One game at a time, exactly, Gavin. One game at a time. Let's have a look at some of the other quotes from Ten Hag. He said, on facing Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park, looking forward to it and great to play here. It's always very loud, but that's fine. Our players like it. I like it. Perfect. Perfect, says Ten Hag. Will we play more crosses into the box without Weghorst? Ten Hag says, I don't think Weghorst is a player only for crosses. I agree with that. He also said that if Weghorst starting changes nothing, a different profile, but he is a typical number 9. It fits good with Anthony, Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford. And then a few quotes from Bruno, actually. He says, our main goal for today is winning the game. As we've always said, the count you have to do is at the end of the season, not now. It doesn't make sense to see where we can be tomorrow or after the game. Our main goal has to be winning the game. And as I've already said before, it's a pretty tough game against Palace. They're doing really well. They're a team that can cause us big problems. We have to be alert to that. And the main focus has to be on the 3 points. I mean, to be honest with you, he also goes on to say that our main thing has been maintaining the good moments and understand that it's been very difficult to be in this position. Now we have to carry on and not stop. Crystal Palace are not in good form, by the way. I think everybody would probably disagree with Bruno on that. They're not in good form. They haven't won since Christmas, but I think they are a team that can cause you problems. They're better than their recent form suggests. They're struggling to score goals. So I think it's going to be a very interesting game tonight, and I think we've got to have our wits about us, and that's why I believe Ten Hag's gone with a strong team, because he does respect Crystal Palace, and I think we'll need to play well to beat them. It's my birthday today, says Alfie. Watching United Standard, the best way to spend it. Happy birthday to Alfie. Give him a shout out in the chat. Welcome to the Members Club, Jay Dizzle and Raphael. Really love that support for the channel. Love it, mate. Thank you very much. Thanks for supporting the channel. Don't forget to, if you are a member, to check out the exclusive content as well. Plus your badge will change each month you're a member. Thanks for the support. Got some really exciting news coming up for you in about a week's time, actually, to do with the United Stand. So keep your ears peeled, keep watching the show, subscribe, bottom right hand corner. If I said you could win a day out with Goldbridge on a dinghy, I've spoilt it. No, it's not that, but yeah, it's nothing like that. Matt Ross says, Mark, if Weghorst kills it and gets a permanent deal at United, I can picture the horse merch with your Harry Potter quote. Wouldn't it be ironic? It would. Football's a funny old game, Matt. Any new owners, first order of business, should be giving Ten Hag a 10-year contract extension. Managers of his calibre are too scarce. How long is Ten Hag's contract anyway? The only contract I ever took any notice of was that stupid David Moyes one. 6 years we gave David Moyes. But I don't know how long we gave Ten Hag. The team and coach on the same page, aligned, good to see, focused on the win tonight, says Ricky. And Ahmed, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much for that, pal. Thank you very much for that. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. John Jonathan, thank you very much for subscribing. Appreciate that. I'm going to just try and get something. See if I can get it. Three-year contract is what Ten Hag got. I'd like to extend it. Why do you keep insisting this is the worst United... Oh, here we go. I love these sort of people. So get ready for this. Get comfortable. Someone's having a pop. Narrow says, could have a narrow mind. Why do you keep insisting this is the worst United side when Van Gaal and Mourinho had a worse team than this? And that's facts. Plus, we got relegated in 1973. So technically, that's the worst team. You can't rewrite history. Yeah, narrow-minded, as I predicted. What's he been sniffing? What is he on about? Why do you keep insisting this is the worst United side? What is he on about? You know what I think? He sniffed something, heard something, and then thought he's heard something else. What a load of crap. I know what I've said a lot of. I almost feel I'm bored of it myself. I keep saying Erik ten Hag inherited the worst ever Manchester United Premier League side. I've said that a lot. I don't know what you're talking about 1973 for. And I don't know what you're talking about Van Gaal and Mourinho for, because Ten Hag inherited the worst ever Premier League Manchester United side. So he inherited a worse team than Van Gaal and Mourinho. Do you want to know why he inherited the worst ever Premier League side ever? Because it's a fact, mate. Because we didn't even get 60 points. It was the lowest points total Man United have ever had in Premier League history. Therefore, he inherited the worst ever Premier League Manchester United side. So smoke that. You're talking nonsense. United Scope. Cheers, pal. How you doing? He says, hi, Mark. United Scope from Twitter here. The one you followed recently. I know exactly who you are. Good account. I just hit 20k. Score predictions tonight. I'm excited to see Weghorst play. Yep, we're all very excited to see Weghorst play tonight. I'm really, really excited. 20 minutes to kick off. Here we go. I went with 2-1. I will tell you a little story, though. I play a predictor game with everyone else in the United stand, and I nearly put 2-2. But I went 2-1, and we need that win tonight. Hope everyone is wearing the exact same clothes and sat in the same chair as Saturday. Come on, lads, says Greg. Cheers for all the content, Mark. Watch the content every day. My missus thinks you're tidy, and I agree. Enjoy the match, mate, says All Hail Strat. Thank you very much, mate. Jack Talbot treated Garnacho new contract. We spoke about it, Rory. Thank you very much. Good evening, Mark, from California. I love smoking a joint and watching United stand. Keep up the good work, Mark. Don't worry, it's legal over here. There you go, Joseph. And I think Arsenal fans are stressed about the Arsenal game because I don't think there has been Arsenal Man United game in about 15 years. And I'm a gooner, says Cameron. Look, I'm not dismissing the Arsenal game, but we're playing Crystal Palace. Once this is out the way, you won't be able to move for United fans getting pumped up about that. But right here, right now, I'm respecting Palace. We've had some difficult games at Selhurst Park over the years. I mean, it was Crystal Palace when Cantona got kicked, did the kick, wasn't it? That was a very long time ago. But in more recent years, what about Matic? Ricky, remember that Matic goal? Oh, bloody do. I'm telling you now, it's one of the best goals the world's ever seen. I'll tell you what, he hit it so hard, it's still moving now, years later. 2 + 2 is Matic, I'm telling you. Where's Matic? But that was a tough game against Palace, and Matic, I think that was a late winner, if I remember as well. So, yeah, they can be a difficult game. It's a tight game. It's a noisy game. I think it'll be a difficult game, but hopefully we're going to win. Don, welcome to the Members Club. And that's why we can't think of Arsenal. It's got nothing to do with Arsenal being a big game. It will be a massive game on Sunday, but we've got to get the mindset. If Ten Hag and the players are getting their mindset on today, we've got to get our mindset on the day. And that's why I think it's quite clever to play Weghorst, because it focuses your mind on this. Ooh, what's he like? So, yeah, good move. Hope you're doing well, says Lost Lid. We need those red pants tonight. Yeah, get your red pants on, whoever it was. Hi, Mark. Genuine question. Do you say we are in a title race or purely focused on the top four, says Debbers? I personally think we're focused on top four until we get the evidence that we're in a title race. You know, I don't want to be so arrogant that we're in a title race, really. I want to focus on what we're doing. I want to focus on this. And right here, right now, it's about solidifying our place in the top four. If we beat Palace and we beat Arsenal, we are in a genuine title race. But one game at a time, accumulate the points. Let's do it. Do people not understand 1973 was Division 1 and not the Prem? Greetings from Tennessee, says Ian Wright. Well, it's also worst Premier League side ever. The Premier League started in 1992, so 1973 is irrelevant. John O, welcome to the Members Club. And yeah, that is the worst ever United side probably because it got relegated. You're right. Welcome to the Members Club, John O. People got to stop sleeping on Man United. We're going to win 2-0, says Alberto. Welcome to the Members Club, Rosemary. And needless to say, I had the last laugh. Goldbridge re Narrow Richard, says Man Command. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. I want to just run a quick poll. I'm intrigued by this. You know, a lot of people have asked about it. Would you have started Casemiro? Ten Hag has explained why he did it. But would you have started him? Of course, Casemiro is on a yellow card. He could well be the man who misses the Arsenal game if he gets booked. But I've got to say, I think it's absolutely the right decision because he is the man that is our most important player. And on top of that, you've got to respect the opposition. In an ideal world, we're 6-0 up after 20 minutes and we take him off. But in a real world, we're 2-0 up with 20 minutes to go and we take him off. We don't want him on the pitch when we're defending. We want him on the pitch when we're attacking. Can I just say we're only 300 subscribers away from 558,000. So please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner to do that. It is free to do. Also, big shout out to Boohoo Man who are sponsoring the show today. I'm wearing their hoodie here. You can get 10% off by scanning the QR code with your phone or going through the link in the description. Make sure you use the code United Stand and you will get that 10% off. Loads of reasonably priced clothing items anyway with Boohoo Man. Really good stuff if you want to get yourself a load of chill out casual wear, or you're down the gym, or you're playing five-a-side. Some cracking stuff there. But we are currently 15 minutes away from kickoff. It flies by on the United Stand, doesn't it? Well, we're live all the way through till full time, remember? And then we've got the match reaction where we do the player ratings, and then we're in the studio. I'm loving that studio show now at the moment. I think we've got Usman, Faz, Charlie, and I think Beth on tonight. I don't know whether Ricky's on tonight. I don't know whether he's at the game or not. But absolutely loving that studio show at the moment. Oh, and the backdrop yesterday when Faz and Adam were on. Oh, what a backdrop that was. Absolutely incredible, Mark. Absolutely fantastic. It was great. It was great. So check it out after my match reaction. Subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Get involved with the channel. You're all very, very welcome. But look, I'm excited about this. Weghorst is starting. And it's not a foregone conclusion. It's not like Bournemouth or Forest at home. And I think that's worth mentioning as well. It's not like Bournemouth and Forest at home where you absolutely expect to win. You know, they're crap, effectively. Compared to us, they're relegation fodder at home. You should be beating them. Crystal Palace away, you think about our last few away games. Wolves was tight, 1-0. Fulham was tight, won it at the end. I think we lost to Villa, didn't we? So away from home, our record is good, but it's not definitely going to win. I think at home, if we were playing Palace, which we do in a couple of games' time, I'd fully expect us to win. But Crystal Palace away could be tough. We need a Ricky and Goldbridge show again soon, says Joshua. We do. And Erik ten Hag contract ends in June 2025 with an option for a year extension. Also, massive respect for Eriksen. He literally died for 5 minutes on the pitch, yet he still plays professionally. That man is an icon, says Jack. Yeah, I think we could do with a really good Eriksen performance as well. I don't think he's been bad lately, but he's sort of gone under the radar a little bit, hasn't he? So be good to see a really standout Eriksen performance. Things are looking so good for United, Mark. Proud to be a member of this channel. Let's keep United stream alive, says Surge92. Thank you very much for all the chats that are coming in. Appreciate that. AC Milan are officially finished. I'm converting to Manchester United, says Ronan. I don't know what's happened to AC Milan that's made him do that. 60 minutes of Casemiro, then sub, depending on the score, says Isola. Well, 73% of you agree with Ten Hag starting Casemiro. I've been watching most of your shows over the last 2 years and been a member for 16 months. Thanks for the shows and the accurate insights, says Amrit. Thank you very much for your support, pal. Really, really appreciate it. Fantastic community we've got, by the way. Fantastic. Whether we're talking signings, tactics, who's going to buy the club, just a brilliant community. Thank you, everyone who gets involved. Niall says, Casemiro makes that midfield great. Without him, you're back to McHideaway, who can't let Eriksen and Bruno play their game, which makes us quiet going forward and more pressure on the back four. Exactly. I don't think we're in a position where we can be so arrogant that we think we could rest Casemiro. Resting Casemiro, it's like going to school It's like going to work on the train in a Hugo Boss suit. That's going to do your job with Casemiro. You've got designer gear on. You look the dog's bollocks. Taking Casemiro out the team and replacing him with whoever. That's like going to school naked, going on the train naked. That's what it's like. You're exposed. You are exposed. So I think that. Yeah, people who think, let's rest Casemiro, let's rest him and expose ourselves. You got to go strong. I know at some point he's going to get that 5th yellow card. Although if he doesn't get it tonight, it resets anyway. At some point, he'll probably get injured. He might get suspended. But while he's ready and while he's fit and while he's playing well, get him in the bloody team. Do you think Arsenal will buy Sterling? So Sterling is the GOAT. I didn't know they were looking at him. 10 wins in a row incoming tonight, says Connor. And you seen The Last of Us, Mark, says Finley. I have, yes, I have, yeah. I was a bit disappointed, actually, because I like 1923, and that's been on every Monday. And then they've now gone for a mid-season break till February. Pisses me off. The Fish Truck says that's the worst analogy I've ever heard. Actually, it's a very good one. You're just thick. So basically what I'm saying is Casemiro in the team is like going to work in your best suit. Take Casemiro out the team, it's like going to work naked. You're exposed and you look a prat. That is a very good analogy. You're just too thick to figure it out. Well done. United, says Quinn. United. Palace are going to be weary tonight. We back, says Ricky25. It'll be very interesting how the game pans out, actually. I do think that... I think, if I'm honest, I do think that it will be interesting because Palace gave up a lot of possession to Chelsea on Sunday and ended up losing 1-0. But, they did have chances. They're at home. Will they give us possession? Because the way we're set up, we are set up for possession. So it'll be interesting to see how Palace let us play or how we try to play. Because with Eriksen in there, we're definitely trying to, Fred in the midfield. Obviously, you are, more combative, more defensive, like we were against Man City. But with Eriksen in there, we're probably going for a little bit more possession, aren't we? Definitely wouldn't have started Casemiro. I worry about Sunday, says Mark. I definitely would. On the question of why he decided to play Casemiro while on the yellow, Ten Hag said we have to focus about winning today. I love that attitude. 100%, Stephen. I started watching at the back end of last season. Glad I can ride the loads of the past highs and of the future with United stand. Love from California, says Isaiah. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. I'm just going to send this message. We are nowhere near a title race, says Von. I believe we should have given out 100 million for Tchouameni. When we had the chance, he would be the Casemiro for the future. Mark has the best analogies in the world. He's played the game, says Ollie. Casemiro has been such a great addition. His effect on the squad just proves how foolish we were not to get a proper CDM sooner. Agree with that, Andrew. Can you say or sing Happy Birthday Sultan? I ain't bloody singing, mate. By the way, I added you to my game, Vezic Racer. Cheers, Eros. Happy birthday to Sultan, though. I'm not bloody singing it. And apologies if mentioned earlier, but with Anderson and Tompkins not in the back, this can work perfectly for Weghorst to unsettle them with pressure, says Christian. Yeah, Anderson's very good in the air. That's why I mentioned it earlier. He's very good in the air. So, but is he good in the air? Is Weghorst good in the air? We're going to find out. Do you think we have more leaders in the team now compared to a few years ago? That winning mentality is spread through the team like wildfire, says Neil. You know what, Neil? You make a really good point there. There are more leaders in that team. And what I mean by that is Harry Maguire was the captain or is the captain when he plays. Whatever you think about Maguire as a footballer, look at his captaincy, look at his leadership, look at his experience. There's not a lot there. Look at that team now. Varane, multiple Champions League winner. Casemiro, multiple Champions League winner. Martinez, multiple title winner at Ajax. Anthony also has won many titles. So there is more leadership in that team without taking the captain's armband. And I think that has made a big difference, yes. And also there's good relationships there as well. I mean, Casemiro and Varane, they've played together for years. They've won the best things together. They know each other's game really, really well. Like, they're in close proximity. Varane and Ronaldo played together at Real Madrid, but they weren't close in the context of the pitch. They're on the same team, they're in the same dressing room, they get on, but they're not. Their game isn't close. One's a striker, one's a centre-back. Casemiro is a CDM and was a CDM for Real Madrid, and Varane is a centre-back. They play together. They're not centre-back pairings, but they're very, very close. So That benefits you as well. Do you think we have more leaders? I've done that one from Niall. Weghorst will be good at stretching the pitch like Slabhead is good at looking like a head made of slab. Both nice, but a bit pointless, says Gershon. Thank you very much. Well, we'll see. Do you think Fred will start on Sunday like he did against City, says LM? I don't want to talk about Arsenal. I really don't want to talk about Arsenal, but because that's not what we're doing tonight. But I think you, as a spoiler alert, I think you're absolutely spot on. I think that Fred will play against Arsenal 100% because we've got to be combative. We're away from home. If we're going to be combative at home to Man City at Old Trafford, we've definitely got to be combative against the best team in the league at their place. So 100%, I think Fred will play against Arsenal. And we may well do what we did against Arsenal and put Bruno on the right again and put Anthony back to the bench. So, yes, I do think that will happen. Yeah, 100%. 100%. What's your favourite summer signing, Marks? Is CGI for future? I think it changes all the time. I think in the early days, I really did like the signing of Eriksen. And then it was Martinez, and now it's just clearly Casemiro. He's just been absolutely incredible. Really, really enjoyed it. I don't know what's going on here. That subscriber number is completely wrong. We're 200 subscribers away from 558,000, and we were 200 about 10 minutes ago. So please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. It normally goes up quicker than that. So please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. But I just need to correct this as well because it's wrong. It's 5.7, not 5.70. There we go. Let's save that. Put that up on there. And that's the one we want. Let's put that there. That's what we're on. 557. Top left-hand corner. Please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Hope we're all doing very well. Excited to see Weghorst. Can't wait for this to start. Can't wait for it to start. I've gone 2-1 as well, Ahmed. That's my score prediction for tonight. Let us know what yours is in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from as well. Lots to get involved with tonight on the United Stand. Hi, Mark. Hope you're doing well. We need those red pants again, says Lost Lid. If the Manager of the Year trophy would have been given tomorrow, would you give it to Arteta or Ten Hag, says David. Matthew Lloyd, welcome to Members Club. Look, I'm not here to disrespect Arteta. I've always said that I could see what he was doing, and he's doing a fantastic job. Nobody would have put Arsenal top of the league. They're doing really, really good. So I'm not here to have a pop at them at all. I think they're a fantastic side. But you know what? I think that I feel that where we are at the moment, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, Ten Hag. Look, Ten Hag's doing a great job, but I wouldn't even like to say who the best manager is at the moment because I feel that they're both doing a fantastic job, and Arteta's been doing it longer than Ten Hag. I mean, they're top of the league, aren't they, Arsenal? You could see why Arteta, if it was Manager of the Year now, I think it would go to Arteta. But Ten Hag's doing a fantastic job as well. For me, I'm not in that mindset of Ten Hag's better than Arteta. As I say, this is the sort of argument I got into with Piers Morgan today. Like, Ten Hag's doing a fantastic job, Arteta's doing a fantastic job. That's what makes it a fascinating game on Sunday. I'm not in that mindset, and I think football's moving on anyway. I think the days of going, Arteta's shit, Ten Hag's way better than him. I think football's moved on. I think there's intelligence in football now that's not like it was. And this is why clubs can't get away with dividends and stuff now, or Super Leagues, because the fan base, everyone supports a team, but they can also communicate with each other. And I think that's important. Casemiro was starting. It was a mistake. If you like bet predictions and want to look and share thoughts on a game, go saying Insta is my name. Says no. Fugazi betting. Well, with opinions like that, starting Casemiro was a mistake. I don't think anyone will now. But there you go. Thank you very much for your super chat there. We're about to start here. Apparently, Newcastle are about to let Chris Wood go to Nottingham Forest. They're about to sign another player. He just loves relegation battles, does Chris Wood. Well, he's very, very good at them, Mark. Very, very good at them, yeah. If Liverpool don't make top four, hard to see them signing Bellingham as he would be demanding a Champions League club transfer. United or City will be the only two Premier League sides that would make sense, says Ahmad. And love Ten Hag's mentality. One game at a time, win everything. Important to stay humble, though. Going with Weghorst, and a 5-1 win, says Sean O'Rourke. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. Right. They are... We are very close to the start here. Let me just put this out. It's ready to go, everybody. Let's get ready to go. I've got a timer. I'm going to put it on the screen for you. Where is it? First time timer. The squad was absolutely nowhere near the worst side. We just had a incompetent manager. Narrow, you are talking out of your arse. Stop embarrassing yourself. It's almost like you're a glutton for punishment. Do you like publicly stating you're a prat? The United team that Ten Hag took over is the worst Premier League side we've ever had. A year ago, fans were in meltdown about leaks, crap performance and toxicity. It's the worst team we've ever had in the Premier League. Deal with it and watch the match. We're about to start here. We should get rid of small club mentality and stop thinking about Arsenal. We are here to win every game after game. Rising standards start from us, says Big Sam. We're about to start here. I'm just about to get the timer on the screen for you. Referee, Crystal Palace to start it. Here we go. First few minutes of Weghorst. Let's see what he's all about. Let's go. Come on, ref. Kick it off. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's go, ref. Come on. We're off. Kick it. Go. There we go. Which coach do you think was better for Arsenal? Good evening, guy. Unai Emery or Arteta? Says Zape. Well, come on. Answer. A better question than that, please. Smash a like on the video, everyone. Make sure you subscribe. Get involved with the United Stand community. It's match day. We're ready to go. Big shout out to Boohoo Man. I've got one of the hoodies on. Scan the QR code and get your discount, or go through the link in the description. Is Weghorst on stilts, says Aidan? Well, we're about to have a look at how United are going to approach the Weghorst era. Varane's got it at the back at the moment, and I think the first few minutes, it is going to be very interesting to see how we approach it. Crystal Palace, obviously Wan-Bissaka against his old club. Anthony wins the ball. Nice ball, Wan-Bissaka. He's massive, Weghorst, isn't he? I don't know whether it's the white kit, but when he was playing in the World Cup for the Netherlands, I knew he was big. But he never looked that big. And cross comes in there. He just got caught underneath it. And good start from United, this. Second balls are being won by United. Weghorst is tall, says Abrani. And Mark, I will never stop laughing at his Harry Potter character, Harry's mate Ron, says Ryan Crooks. United have started off very well here. Very, very energetic start. And, you know, maybe that is the plan tonight. Get the game won in the first half, make the changes in the second half and start thinking about Arsenal. I think he will have said, let's get out there. Let's start the game quick. Aaron Wan-Bissaka started off well, says Avery. Yeah, dominant from Manchester United in these early stages. Good to see. Good to see. I mentioned that before the game, didn't I? Would the possession be Manchester United's thing?
Weghorst, I've never heard that.
And it looks like it is. It was a little bit of a hint to something that might be there. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Marky Wines, says Niall. Marky. I'm not doing that tonight. Leeds are winning in the FA Cup replay, says Thomas. Don't care. Does the audio work?
Weghorst, I've never heard. That's not even a real name.
There you go. Boots pressing already on display, says Ahmad. And the squad was absolutely nowhere near the worst side. Oh, I've just done that from Narrow. Sorry for the repeats there. UK Gould. Palace on the attack here. Oh, towering header. Good block by Luke Shaw. And who's there to clear up? It's that man, Casemiro. And now United break with Anthony. And that's a nice ball into Bruno, who gets it. Oh, what? Weghorst ran past the ball there. He should have had it. Just got to get in tune with his players. It's quite an open game at the moment, this. Quite an open game. I think Crystal Palace at the moment, they're sort of like this.
Weghorst, I've never heard... That's not even...
Thought my YouTube channel videos... Well, what have I done? Ange says, I like how quick Weghorst is. Well, let's settle in and see what happens here. So far, so good. I've been really happy with United. Really good intensity in the first few minutes. Loving it. I've got a cat outside my door meowing. Piss off, cat. I'm being told off by Elmaz now. He says, Mark, stop with the silly videos and focus on the game. You don't know me very well, do you? I'm about entertainment and interactivity. You know, people always say, don't you get scared when other people start doing watch-alongs? And I go, look, I'm McDonald's. I'm not McDonald's. I'm Burger King, right? There's a high street. Burger King's on it. That's our watch-along. They can open up their, you know, fried chicken and Dixie's this and Des that, but they ain't Burger King. They ain't the United Stand. We do our thing. We've got our recipe. And no one else is going to know what our recipe is. They can try and copy. They can do as many as they like. They can start new channels. Doesn't matter. Because we are the original. We are the kings. And we've got the recipe. And no one else has got it. Would have liked Garnacho with Rashford hurt in the previous game. And part of that recipe is we go with the flow. We go with the flow. It's part of the show. Good intensity this game. I actually am quite pleased that Palace are having a go as well, because good recovery play there from Varane. Palace are trying to play at a quick pace as well. Good play by Zaha, but that benefits us. If Palace want a game, I've played the game, and if Crystal Palace want a game, then that'll play into our hands, because the game will open up and be stretched. And when they misplace a pass, we've looked really good at breaking fast. Good ball by Casemiro there. Some of his passing already has been fantastic. Bruno just trying the flick there, but good recovery tackle by Bruno. Here's Luke Shaw. Going to switch it. Lovely switch to Wan-Bissaka. Ooh, Wan-Bissaka was just caught napping a little bit there. Zaha against Wan-Bissaka is a very interesting battle tonight. He's got to be offside, ref. Bruno's got it, don't worry. Bruno, what are you doing? Stop messing around in your own box. That's it. Excited for Volt up front. Still love the content, says Colin. Thank you very much. Mickey says, when's the game going to start? It should have started. Mickey, I hate to tell you, but it's been going for quite a while. Keep an eye on the stats carousel that's going to be going round. You'll see the stats coming round in a moment. And when they do go round, you'll be able to see what the possession is. There it is. Good start by Manchester United. 76% possession as Marcus Rashford into the box. Is he going to get a shot off? The guy, the wonder. He's going to go. Oh, good defending there. Good defending there by the right back. Blocked it and then won the second ball. Are you worried about Casemiro getting a yellow, says Cody? Not really. I think if you're an intelligent footballer like Casemiro, you can avoid putting yourself into situations. He won't make tackles that he would make if he wasn't one yellow card away. If it's a one-on-one and they're going to score, he'll make the tackle. But he's not going to be he won't be going around being aggressive. He'll just play within himself in that sense. Hi, Mark. I have a dinghy if you want to go for a ride, says Fimble. Ooh. Happy anniversary, Mark, says Ibrahim, who's been a member for 12 months. Thanks very much. Thank you very much for that. Looking a bit sloppy, says Dougie. I don't think we're looking sloppy. I think it's because the game is fast-paced. There's a lot of misplaced passes because the game is fast-paced. We want that high intensity. And to be fair, Palace have responded to it. So I think there's going to be goals in this game. Palace aren't sitting off. They're having a go. That's good for us as well. Cross comes in from Palace, headed away. Good game for Martinez as well. I think he'll be busy tonight. Both teams are trying to play fast, like Swall says, though, and therefore you will see some misplaced passes. Ger says, when you're coming back to Dublin, watch this space. This one's easy peasy. 3-0. Really wish Ten Hag gave Fred a go out there and hurt sort of job at the Emirates, says GJ. Well, I think that's why Fred's on the bench, because he's a yellow card away from missing the Arsenal game, and I think Fred's probably more likely to pick up a yellow card than Casemiro. Or you don't want them both playing in case they both get one. Lovely link-up play with Weghorst and Bruno here. This is a delight. Shaw into the feet of Weghorst, lays it off for Bruno. Cross came in, and Anthony was nearly there on the end of it. And Manchester United nearly scored an immaculate goal at Selhurst Park then. It was brilliant, brilliant build-up. Luke Shaw, long ball into the feet of Weghorst, laid it off to Bruno, and he was away down the left-hand side. The cross just not finding Anthony. But it was delightful. It was delightful to see. Fast-paced, free-flowing, counter-attack football there. Lovely, lovely. Who would win in a race, Maguire or Wout? Wout, MB. Easy. And hi, Mark. If the new owners clear the outstanding transfer debt, will that negate financial fair play sanctions in the summer? No, Sebastian, because we owe money on transfers. We don't. The debt is something completely different. He's very tall, Weghorst. I'm seeing a lot of that in the chat. He's very, very tall. How didn't you know that? There's Palace with a bit of space. Good interception by Wan-Bissaka. They're a very mobile team in the attack, Crystal Palace. So here's a nice ball into the channel. Varane's marking Edouard into Hughes. And United just picking up the second ball. And then we break on. And now here's Anthony with a bit of pace and a bit of space. Where's he going to go? Nice ball into Bruno. Switch to Luke Shaw. Oh, Rashford is onside. Oh, he's got to be. Was he offside? Yeah. He's missed anyway, but I don't think he finished that like he was onside. I think Rashford knew he was off. Yeah, he's miles off. He was miles off. He knew. I think he knew he was off. He didn't really. Well, don't know. Hi, Mark. With Zaha being a free agent in the summer, is he a player we could possibly look at bringing back? That was from Zeus. I don't think Zaha would ever come to Manchester United, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't think he'd ever come back. I think he had a lot of bad things to say about United when he was here, and I don't think he would want to risk coming back. So, yeah. Good. He's a good player. On a free transfer, it would be very much like a Christian Eriksen. It'd be a good deal to do, but because he was here before and it didn't work out for him, I just don't think he would want to come back. He got treated very badly by Moyes, didn't he? It was Sir Alex bought Zaha in the January, retired in the April, and then Zaha came in, and it was just he deserved more game time than he got. Sorry, Mark, I was talking about the transfer debt, the outstanding payments we owe to clubs we bought from players, not the loans. I don't know, Sebastian. I don't know. Maybe they might clear that as part of it. They might do. Yeah, there was Moyes' daughter story, Stephen, but I don't think it was ever confirmed. I think it was more likely that it wasn't a player that Moyes wanted. If Casemiro doesn't get booked tonight, his 5-card thing resets, yes, because we'll have played our 19th game tonight, won't we? And it resets after 19 games. So this is our 19th game. It's a good game, this. It is quite open. But, United, away from home, we've had a lot of home games recently, and, Wolves gave us a game, and I think Palace will give us a game. I expect us to win, but I don't think it's going to be easy. This is why I'm not thinking about Arsenal. I'm thinking about tonight. Mark, how well do you reckon Weghorst will do? Too early to say, L2 Gaming. Have a feeling that Wout will score today. Already looking sharp, says Mon. Can we get creating the chances? We've seen many a Man United striker be in the graveyard shift, deprived of chances. I think if we can provide him with chances, he will do well. He's a very good penalty box striker. let's see if we can create those chances. So 13 minutes has flown by. I know people are saying it's I think a couple of people have said it's a bit of a crap game. I don't think it's a crap game when you've had 13 minutes and it's absolutely flown by. Mark, do you know that Veghorst is Dutch for long horse? And was it you that planted the BBC last night? Says Martin. No, it wasn't. And I didn't know Veghorst's name meant that. But Palace having a bit of possession here. I think they'll want to counter us, to be honest, and give us a bit of possession. But the cross comes into the box. They've gone for that back post cross, which can be a weakness for Wan-Bissaka, but he's positioned himself quite well there. Does Pogba get into this team under Eric Ten Hag, says CG? Paul Pogba fit in at his best under Ten Hag would be something I would like to see because of the discipline and the focus and the coaching. Hypothetically, Pogba at his very best would play next to Casemiro. But it's difficult. It's difficult. Could you get that Paul Pogba? I'd certainly like a fit and focused and on the ball Paul Pogba at Manchester United, if I'm honest, but it's not always easy to get. As Juventus have found to their cost. I don't think he's played a game for them yet, has he? Good ball here. Martinez coming out from the back into Eriksen. Rashford. Bit of possession here for United. Nice to see Martinez back in the team. I know Luke Shaw's been brilliant at left back, but you know we do want to see Martinez back. Casemiro has not been as forceful tonight, says Mika. Doesn't need to be. You know, just play the game. Nice hold up by Veghorst. There is Casemiro. Lovely ball to Eriksen. Can he get a shot off? He's going to go for Luke Shaw. Hit it, Luke. Hit it. He can't now. Too late. Cross comes into the back post. Where is Veghorst? No. Still got it though. Anthony. Wan-Bissaka. Good cross. Luke Shaw hit it. Oh, what a volley. Just wide. Just wide. I think the keeper's got himself covered there. But nice technique by Luke Shaw there. And good cross by Wan-Bissaka. Actually, it wasn't a good cross really, was it? But Luke Shaw's hit's quite good. Keeper's got it covered. Hello, Mark. Today's my birthday. Can you wish me one? Happy birthday to Ryan. Big shout out to you. Bring this game to the Emirates and we'll smash you, says David, the student. Mate, can't be arsed with that sort of mentality. You're top of the league. You're playing really well. Can't be doing with this into kindergarten for football opinion. This is a grown-up place. We're going to smash you 4-1. We're better than you. My dad's stronger than your dad. Go and have a chat with Piers Morgan on Twitter. I'm not interested in that. Respect the game. We've put a couple of crosses into the box, but they've not really been in Veghorst's range here. Martinez has just caught one in the head. Doesn't normally stay down, so he must be hurt. He's bleeding, says Morgan. Good start to the game though. Manchester United 0-0, but we've took control of the possession. We've not conceded any chances. And I think if we can keep this intensity up, we'll be all right. Harry Maguire's warming up. He's got a big scarf over his face. We know it's you, Harry. You can't hide. I don't think he'd bring you on anyway, would he? Put Luke Shaw at left back. Lots of people saying that should have been a red card. I think we're going to be smashed on Sunday, says Jake. Couldn't give a shit about Sunday at the moment. We're playing Crystal Palace. Ten Hag is having a chat with the referee about it. I haven't seen a replay. I think Ten Hag is basically saying what a lot of you in the chat are saying. That should be a red card. I'd like to see a replay of it because... look, here we go. Yeah, that's a red card for me. Throws the... I mean, look, I've played the game. And if that was Martinez, I'd know exactly what he's done. You don't head the ball and then go like that. It's not a natural. That is not a natural body movement. I mean, look, do it. Don't do it as a United fan. Was that a red card? Just do it as a football fan. I didn't think it was a red card at the time, but now I've seen it. You don't head the ball, and he wasn't competing with anybody. You don't. This is the problem with VAR. This is the trouble with referees. They don't play the game. Why is it not going to VAR? Because they've not played the game. They don't know what they're about. When you win a header, you don't go. And that's what he did. He's not competing with anybody. Why throw the elbow? It's not a natural body movement under no pressure to head the ball and go like that. That's an intentional throw of the arm. For me, that's a red card. And I'm surprised they've not even booked him for it. But look, some people might disagree. But you don't need to do that. There was no reason to do that. And it's a bad injury. I mean, he's been down for 3 minutes. He's got a bloody headband on. Not even a yellow card. Well, look, it's all about opinion. I don't care if I'm in the minority. I don't see why he throws his elbow like that. I don't see why he does it. He's not even jumping against Martinez. Martinez isn't even physically near him. It just goes like that. Not even booked. Anyway, the main thing is Martinez Zorez. That's never a red, says Zach. Hey, it's all about opinion, mate. All about opinion. I'm not going to get in an argument. To be fair, 40% say it's not a red card. I just don't think it was a natural body movement. And at the end of the day, it's the elbow that's not natural. Bruno trying to put a cross in. We are trying to put a few more crosses in than we would with Martial. So definitely trying to utilise the height of Weghorst. Edit Marks is impressed with Aaron Wan-Bissaka's improvement, looking like a different player. You know what? It's great to see because Delot's injured. So, imagine if we had somebody like Lindelof playing there. To be fair, that elbow would hit most people's leg, says Robert McCormack. Oh, come on, Robert. Don't be a heightist. United fans singing Glazers out at Selhurst Park. Don't let Gabby Bonglahor know that. Apparently, we only talk about Glazers out when we're losing. Here's Rashford. I would have had a shot from there, Marcus. Worth a shot, I think. Was a long way out, but here's Martinez again. He's got a black headband on now. Not for fashion. He's been elbowed in the head, and Varane's there to cover. Alex, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much for joining. 20 minutes gone, but we'll have about 3 or 4 minutes added on already because of the foul. It wasn't a foul. The elbow to Martinez's head. We're only 50 subscribers away from 558,000. Please do subscribe. Ooh, Anthony's hit the side netting. It would have been a bit of a freaky goal. Ball over the top into the right-hand corner. It's bouncing up on the edge of the box, and 2 Palace players go for it. They're not quite sure. Anthony is sure. Keeper's off his line, goes for it. Might have done a little bit better with a left foot, to be honest. And loops it over the goalkeeper, but side netting. Could have been a goal. Could have been a goal. Here we go. Palace playing out from the back. United pressing from the front. Good play by Varane. This is the thing about United, isn't it? They're so solid at the back. And that's something that Arsenal will hopefully find on Sunday as well. We aren't vulnerable at the back. We're a good team at the back. Casemiro, Martinez, Casemiro, Wan-Bissaka. Sure, you've got to get through them before you even get a shot against De Gea. United dominating the possession here. Lika never feels pressure. Loving it, says Fred. Good play. Play on, says the ref. Casemiro. Ooh, trying to get Weghorst in. I think Weghorst looks naturally a little bit rusty. Not because he's not fit, but because he's playing with Man United for the first time. Obviously, he's got to get used to everybody. But different type of player, Weghorst, isn't he? It's exciting to see, though. I'm excited to see how it develops. Not many players don't work under Ten Hag, do they? Hi, Mark. Only fear I have with a tall striker like Weghorst is wanting to cross the ball more rather than play. Wan-Bissaka is looking for it every time. Regardless, though, loving having a true target man, says Matty FC. Options is what we want. We need Martial fit, and then you can change it up, can't you? Timer isn't off at all. It's exactly the same as what I've got on my screen. That's why it's there. So if yours is different, you can sync in with it. It's not meant to be the same as yours at home, you prat. Why is everyone wearing pink boots? I need to get some good football boots for my background. I know I've got a few balls in there, but Jar Bar Drinks, thank you very much. Welcome to the Members Club. 6'6", apparently, Atherin, is how tall Weghorst is. So the game's settled down a little bit here. I think the break for Martinez has just slowed the tempo down a bit, but United will be looking to get it back up. Someone left 80 million on the bench in London, says Niall Miller. And Big Ash says players are already forcing passes and crosses to Weghorst. Seeing the decline of Liverpool and City's play with a big target man could be worrying, says Big Ash. Well, you've got to do it. Is it me or are the back four wearing pink boots, says Colden. Yeah, good point. I'll have a look at that. I think Varane's got orange boots on. Martinez and Luke Shaw look like they're wearing pink. Lovely little flick. Oh, Weghorst doesn't have the pace there at all. I think you saw a lack of pace from Weghorst there. It was a nice little flick by Casemiro. I think if that's Rashford, maybe he's onto it, but certainly not. Weghorst's strength there. Pace over 5 yards, but nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Glenn says he looks slow, but look, I don't think anybody thought he was quick. Like, his pressing, his ability in the box, that's what he's good at. He's not there to be super fast, and we will learn that. He's not super fast. A bit of afters here between Anthony and is it Mitchell for Crystal Palace? Not worried about that. Varane is so good, says Sharam. We've looked very comfortable at that. Bit of a shoulder barge from Anthony. Gets pushed to the ground. And then a bit of push and shove. Probably got rustled a little bit by Mitchell, to be fair. And he's left him for dead there. That puts Wan-Bissaka into the box. Ooh. We are putting a lot of crosses into the box. Definitely. What are your thoughts so far, everybody? What are you thinking? I just love the fire in the belly of all the new players. Something we didn't see last year, says Floyd. And 'tis pink to make the boys wink. Mark, give us a wink, says Rory C. And is it just me, or does Weghorst feel like McTominay at striker, says Connor? Don't put that in my head. No, I'm not thinking about that. You know what? I'm not wearing my glasses either, so now I'm looking at it. And it's hard to make out people's faces anyway. And now I'm going to start seeing McTominay, you arsehole. No, I don't think he's anything like McTominay, really. He doesn't move like McTominay. Hi, Mark. Who would you say are the top 5 wingers in the Premier League? Mine are Salah, Saka, Son, Rashford and Mahrez, not in order. Oh, I quite like that LT gaming without me having to think. I think you've got a good selection there. Dougie Young's been a member for 23 months. Thank you very much, pal. 61% for possession for Manchester United. Crystal Palace haven't had a shot on goal yet. That's the main thing I'm happy about here. Not giving them any encouragement. Making them work hard. I think it's been a very, very good half an hour from Manchester United. All right, we haven't got the goal. We haven't got the goal, but they're not doing anything. Bruno and Anthony having a bit of a go at each other. He's the captain, Anthony. Show him some bloody respect. Show him some respect. Don't start arguing with each other. Don't want to see that. Or maybe Ten Hag does want to see that. Maybe he likes to see that. Maybe he likes to see that aggression. Casemiro. Oh, I thought he played another worldie there to Anthony. Anthony acknowledged it. Scooby-Doo, says Flynn. Let's have a bit of Scooby-Doo. My tartan pajamas. Time for a stretch. I'm going to stretch a lot more in 2023, so you can like it or lump it. Every 10 minutes, I'm going to try and get my back stretched. Do I think United are title contenders, says Echo. Well, you've got to win games like this if you want to be title contenders. Long way to go, but I think if we score, we're all right here. And I know that's obvious, but Palace aren't doing anything at the moment. So you just got to be patient in a game like this. They've done nothing. Mark, in the summer, I asked you what you would think about bringing in Weghorst, like players with a different option off the bench. Didn't think we would sign him, though. Horsey, says Anton. Football's a funny old game. I'm pretty sure what my answer would have been in the summer about Weghorst. Look at how I reacted to Arnautovic. So, yeah. But, you know, in the summer, we've got money to spend. If you'd said Weghorst, I'd have said, what are we doing? In January, we've got no bloody money. So, you do what you can. And I think that's what Ten Hag has done. Smash the like button, please, says Andrew McNara. Yes, please do. Thank you very much. Thanks everyone who's getting involved. Little bit off topic. Do you believe Napoli can win the league? They looked vulnerable last night, losing to 20th place team. Oh, and there it is. There it is. That's the big chance there. I didn't think it was going to go in anyway, but it's the first time one of those crosses has worked. Luke Shaw gets the space. It's a delightful cross from Luke Shaw. I think Weghorst should do better. I think he should do better there. It's a brilliant cross by Shaw. He's got the free header. I mean, it's only just over the bar, but I think he's looped it a little bit. Wasn't a bad attempt. Wasn't a bad attempt. It was a delightful cross, and he won it well. But there's a sighter of what can happen with a player like Weghorst. Zaha is the angriest man in the Premier League, says Mr. Out. Oh, well done. Oh, no. Yes, Wan-Bissaka. He's got it. Have a look. Have a look. Where are we going? Where are we going? Back post. He's got loads of space. Rashford. It's gone. Cleared it. Yeah, that was. I mean, that's what Luke Shaw can do. He'll love whipping a cross in like that. Delightful cross to Weghorst. Good header, but just a little bit over. Anthony needs to relax, says Chris, and start arguing. He'll pick up a lot of yellow cards if he can't control his temper. I'm happy with this United performance. I sense there's a bit of impatience in the chat. I get it, but we're away from home. Crystal Palace have not had a shot on goal. Look at the stats. They've done nothing. No shots on goal. No shots at all. 39% possession. Keep this going. Here's Weghorst. Holds it up well. Lays it off well. Have a shot. Have a shot, Casemiro. Ooh, good block. Correct choice. Here's Zaha. Done well. Wins the free kick. Luke Shaw with the foul. Only 55% of you said it was a red card, so 50-50. We'll close that. Well, 55-45. Mark, what's your opinion on reports of Garnacho's 30k a week new contract? Also, what do you think about Jim Radcliffe's attempt to buy United as Max? Do you not watch any of our content other than Watchalongs? Did a whole video on it last night. I don't know what Sir Jim Radcliffe's plan is, so I'm not going to say I want Sir Jim Radcliffe to buy Man United, and I think anybody who does are just being sentimental. Well, we gave Solskjaer a job on some sentimentality, and look how that worked. Until I know what Sir Jim Radcliffe's plan is, I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, that's the right man for United. I'd like a person who supports the club to owners, but I don't know what his plan is at the moment. And there might be better bids, there might be worse bids. As for the Garnacho thing, it sounds promising that he's going to sign a contract. Mark, where are United without Shaw this season, says Chuck? Well, I said this today. I don't think it will ever happen. But Luke Shaw, if he carries on like this, why would he not be up for Player of the Season? Not just Man United. I mean, in general, I think he's been brilliant this year. I mean, obviously, I think there's going to be some Arsenal players up for it. Odegaard would jump out like a sore thumb to me. But Anthony is a flop, says Cody. Come on. Come on. Bruno! Wide. Anthony has a lot of work to do to improve. He holds on to the ball way too long, rarely uses his pace and doesn't take on his man, says James. Have a little patience, yeah. Ten Hag will make Anthony work. With Sancho, I think he'll make Sancho work, but remember, he didn't buy Sancho. He bought Anthony, so it's on him to make Anthony work as well. So I'm sure it'll work out with Anthony. Admittedly, Garnacho is more direct than Anthony. I'd like to see him a bit more direct. But Palace can't get near our goal at the moment. For David De Gea, his biggest concern is how does he keep his hands warm? I'd hate to be in goal in a game like this when you're cold, not moving around a lot. Savage says second half will be ours. Well, it's not the sort of game where Casemiro's needing to worry about a second yellow card because it's all about possession. Bruno lays it off. Palace clear it away. I think if we can provide the service, Weghorst will do all right at United. I've only watched 35 minutes of him, but I think he's not super fast. He's not a dribbler. He's not a creator, but I think he can be a very useful player if we can, play to his strengths. Nisika says Weghorst looks lost. Well, it's only his first game in a United shirt, and he's probably only trained with the team a couple of times. It's a risk. It's a gamble. Liverpool weren't trying to buy him. Man City weren't trying to buy him. Arsenal weren't trying to buy him. We've had to go to the bargain basement, but Ten Hag's gone for somebody he thinks will work. So let's see. I think we miss Martial. I think Martial's a very important player, but he's injured. He's not on the bench, no. Nice layoff by Weghorst. Casemiro's nearly in. Good tackle, Palace. And here's Zaha up against Eriksen. You don't want that. Done well there, Eriksen. Brilliant defending. I tell you what, I was worried there. Eriksen against Zaha, knocks it past him. Eriksen wins the foot race. Where did he get that nitro boost from? Magnificent. Have a little patience, yeah. That was fantastic by Eriksen. It was like Michael Carrick when he beat Aguero when he was about 42. Here's Anthony, straight at the keeper. I don't know how Eriksen won that, but I'm here for it. Cavani in this system would be brilliant, says Robble. Yeah. You know what? I think there's one player that Ten Hag would have absolutely loved. But the problem with Cavani was he was too old, he was too injury prone. But, a Cavani that could play 80% of your games would be a delight. Ten Hag would love him, you're right. Good play by Luke Shaw there. And again, interceptions. Here's Bruno. Into Shaw. Into Rashford. Into Shaw. They're giving the free kick. It's got to be worth a shot here. It's got to be worth a shot. Luke Shaw. Definitely a foul. Probably say Rashford from here. Dip it up on the keeper and somebody follow it in. Weghorst tap in. I'll tell you what. I've got bare feet. The bottom of my feet are a disgrace. I don't know whether else gets it. Oh God, it's disgusting. Dry skin all round my heel. I remember when it used to be subtle. I think I need to get some cream or something. They're clean, they're just very dry around the heel. I'm not showing you. People have a foot fetish. Not doing that. I'm not being responsible for people doing stuff. I'm going to put my slippers on now. Maybe feel dirty. Anyway, free kick here. Marcus Rashford. Yes, this is who I would say hit it. Go on, Rashi. How many games in a row would this be? 9. Here we go. It's good. Ooh. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. He hit it more like Beckham with the curl. No, it was nowhere near. It was nowhere near. 5 metres wide. No, probably not 5 metres, but a couple of metres wide. So we've had 38 minutes. United are winning not yet. It's 0-0. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. We were only about 50 away from 558,000. Get involved with the United stands. We're live every night 8 o'clock, every morning at 10 a.m. Lots going on around United at the moment. Bidders for the club. Might be a night that makes Ten Hag say to the board, if Martial's injured, what have I got on the bench as a striker? I've only got one, and he's only just come on loan from Burnley. Can you give me something else? Because that's the concern. What's the change for Weghorst? If you need to change it. He can't play 3 games a week. And that's even if he's a success. Good first touch here. Oh, Palace. Good build-up play. Gets the shot off. Whoa, what a save by De Gea. Oh, I'm right behind that. Absolute brilliant. I thought it was going in. What a save by David De Gea that is. It's going right in the top corner. It's Palace's first chance. And that's what top goalkeeping is. Oh, fingertips. What a save by De Gea. What a save by De Gea that is. Absolutely magnificent. Absolutely world class. Nothing to do all game. Then produces that. That's what top keeping is. That's what world class is. That save was... I thought it was in. I really thought that was in. We were right behind it on the camera. And he's hit it high with curl and dip. If that goes in, I don't think anyone's saying anything other than a goal out of nothing. Watch this back. It's got height. It's got dip. It deflects. Oh, it's a great save. He's literally got the tip of his fingers to tip it on the bar. Magnificent goalkeeper. And that's why I would never change De Gea. I think his distribution has improved, but I would never change De Gea because 40 minutes, Crystal Palace have done nothing. He's not even been warmed up. He's not had a shot straight at him. He's not had really any of the ball. Nothing to do for 40 minutes. And then you've got to pull a worldie out. You know, you've not had anything to do. Nothing to do at all. You're not warmed up. You're not used to your angles. That's elite goalkeeping. And Schmeichel used to be like this. You could be sat there, nothing to do other than keep warm for 40 minutes. And then you have to produce a world-class save. You know, these goalkeepers who play for Crystal Palace and Bournemouth, they can produce worldies because they're making a save every couple of minutes. The top goalkeepers are the ones that do that. Nothing to do for 40 minutes. Oh, I'll just produce a world-class. It's experience, it's concentration, it's world-class. Absolutely brilliant. And you know what? Corner for Man United. Oh, I'll tell you what, if we can score here. But we could easily have been 1-0 down there and it would have been a fantastic goal for Palace, but they've done sod all. Oh, he's turned him. Zaha. He won't get away from Wan-Bissaka. Good tackle, Wan-Bissaka. He's having a great game, Wan-Bissaka, I've got to say. So Jim has shown to be efficient in sports teams, has shown through helping run Sky Race Cycling. He can bring efficiency to how the club is run. Ed, you've got no bloody clue how much money he's going to put in the club. So stop chanting for something you've got no idea about, I would say. We need more information. That is quite literally the perfect example of why being a goalkeeper at Man United is so difficult and why De Gea is so good. Alec, can I just applaud you? This is what I've been saying about for ages. This is what Ben Foster keeps saying when we speak to him. Being a Man United goalkeeper is different to anything else. You go and play for Birmingham or Watford, you're busy all the time. You know, you play for Man United, you're under pressure. You've got to produce those big saves when you might not have done anything for 40 minutes. And that's what it is. And not you know, it's a... Here we go, Bruno! Oh, why did you not hit it first time? Because he's going to hit it second time! It's 1-0 to Manchester United at one end of the pitch. David De Gea makes a worldie to keep it 0-0. And at the other end of the pitch, Captain Bruno makes it 1-0 to Manchester United. And I tell you what, I think it's a bloody good team goal again. Bruno makes it 1-0 to Manchester United. And the perfect half has been capped off with a world-class save by the keeper. And then a couple of minutes later, we go and get a goal at the other end. And it's Bruno Fernandes. I think it's Luke Shaw with the assist. He could have hit it first time, Bruno. He could have hit it first time. He took his time. He starts the move himself. Little pass into Eriksen. Here I am. My name's Christian Eriksen. Into Rashford. Good ball by Rashford. It's Eriksen with the cutback. And Bruno's got all the time. He's got all the time in the world just to laugh, nothing more, nothing less, only love. 1-0 to Manchester United, and it's Bruno Fernandes. It's a lovely goal, lovely goal. Bruno into Eriksen, to Rashford, back to Eriksen, back to Bruno, one touch. One goal, Manchester United. And that's what I want. Efficiency. Get the points. Get the points. Just a remarkable few minutes. Inspiring few minutes for Manchester United, but a remarkable few minutes. I'm still not over the De Gea save. You know what? That goes in. Selhurst Park is rocking. And United are suddenly like, oh, God, how have they done that? Match winners at both ends. What a few minutes. And I'm so pleased that Bruno scored as well, because he had a great game in the derby. He's had a lot of shit. I think he was a bit shit last season, but this season I think he's been getting better and better under Ten Hag. And I still think people are trying to drag into his last season form, and I think this season he's been brilliant. And I also think he's the captain of the bloody team. Give him some respect. You know, he is the captain as well. It's not easy to do that in a team like this, on a run like this. So, yeah, very important to score first. 1-0 to Man United, 3 minutes added on. 10 games, 10 wins. We're not there yet, Fat Hats, but I think we've got one hand on it. One hand on it. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. We're approaching half-time now, but Man United 1-0 up. It's been a good half. It's been a good old half. And these... You know what? People talk about title challenges, and I'm not here to talk about that. But I am here to talk about consistency, and I'm here to talk about a team that, you know, is... If top four was a pair of slippers, Man United are making those slippers very comfy at the moment. Very comfy. The overall team performance has been fantastic again. I don't think anybody's had a bad game. Whereas, you know, go back a year ago and you couldn't find anyone who's had a good game. The dedication, discipline, focus, consistency, all from the manager, and the players are responding. Is Bruno a better player without Ronaldo? Do you feel he was in the shadow? Michael, I'm not here to talk about Ronaldo. You know, somebody's always got to find a negative, haven't they? Cristiano Ronaldo is a legend of Manchester United. Why do we always have to find somebody that we want to stick the knife into? Can we just move on? He's gone. Don't give a shit about Ronaldo. He's a legend of the club. Let's leave it in the past and let's move on to the future. You know, someone will start about Harry Maguire in a minute. Can we not just enjoy positivity? The minute it starts going negative, it allows negativity in. Let's just be positive. We're a good team to watch at the moment, and we're a team. And let's keep the fan base a team as well. Rashford. I mean, I heard somebody say Rashford's had a quiet game. That was a lovely pass into Eriksen for the goal. I think Vouch's role is to lure the defenders and leave space for the other Man United players, says Rui. His link-up play is good. It's not necessarily what his strength, but his ball into feet layoff's quite good. With Bruno, it's either why did he do that or how did he do that. There isn't much in between, and I love it, says Clinton. Thanks very much for the super chat. We're nearly at half-time. I'm just putting out a half-time tweet, and then I'm going to ask you what you think about what I've said. Basically, I've said De Gea and Bruno superb. I think there's been some good performances out there from Manchester United, but those two players are the reason we're going in at 1-0. Wan-Bissaka's been very good. He has been very good, but I just don't think you can underestimate what Bruno and De Gea have brought to this team in that last 5 minutes of the half. And as the camera pans onto David De Gea, the cameraman deserves a raise because he clearly knows what a save that was. If you know, you know. It was bloody brilliant. But it's 1-0 at half-time. Manchester United leading here against Crystal Palace. And I think we just about had to go back. We just about had to go in 1-0 at half-time. And fantastic half there. Let me just have a quick stretch before we come back to it. But look, you know what? I think on reflection, good half. Good half of football from United. Sort of game away from home you want. You're very rarely going to get an away game where, you know, you're all over them and dominating them. And, you know, not like you would at home. But I think really good half from Manchester United. Intelligent half. Dominated the possession. In fact, let's get the domination up there. Don't forget, we're sponsored by Boohoo Man. Scan the QR code and you can get 10% off with the code United Stand, isn't it? Is it United Stand? It says it in there. Goldbridge. Sorry, the discount code is Goldbridge. Get 10% off all Boohoo Man wear using the code Goldbridge. Scan the link in the description or scan the QR code. Get involved with Boohoo Man. Fantastic clothing at very, very good prices. Get something like my hoodie. But I want to talk to you about the stats. Let's get them up on the screen. I mean, that's a fantastic half for Manchester United. 63% possession. 10 shots to their 3. 3 shots on target to their 1. Lot better in our passing accuracy. We've made more tackles than them. There's nothing that Palace are shining in, even though I think Palace have made an honest fist of it. They've just not been able to express themselves in a game because we've been very, very good. If the Glazers are out by the summer and new owners comes in, we won't lose Ten Hag, no. Eric Ten Hag was at this fixture last season. Only Bruno and De Gea in both lineups, says Marcus, and what a difference they've made tonight. Weghorst and his twin brother McTominay will be singing the Pineapple Song on the bench while Harry plays the bongos. What's going on? Can we have some proper conversation, please? Right, if we're not going to get it, I'll do it. If we duplicate our first half and finish the season with 82 points, what position do you think that will be in, says Brian? 82 points doesn't normally win you the league, mate. Could be second, could be third. Let me just talk to you about this half of football. So, I think Crystal Palace have worked really hard and we've had to work really hard. That's the first thing you've got to do away from home. They're going to work hard. They're going to try and get the crowd up and you've got to match it. And I think that's what's impressive. There's been some, you know, people have spoken about Wan-Bissaka. They're right. He's been aggressive in the tackle. He's made the tackles. We've had to match their work rate and then hope, and quite rightly it has, our better players make a difference, and they have. And that's why Crystal Palace are not in the game, and that's why we're winning 1-0. We've got better players than them, but the first thing you've got to do is work hard, and we've worked as hard as they have. The intensity and discipline and consistency has been there again. It's a classic away performance from a team that is going to have a successful season, or wants to have a successful season, because, you know, if you want to be top 4, if you want to be in a title race, you've got to go to Selhurst Park and win. But in this Premier League, it's not as easy as saying we're going to go to Selhurst Park and win. We're going to go to Brighton and win. You've got to work for it. You've got to work for it. And that's what we've done in that half. And even when you work for it, you still need moments of quality. The best chance of the game was the goal, and we took it. The best save of the game was world class, and we made it. At both ends, quality has sent us in 1-0. And that's the difference. That's the difference between being where Liverpool are at the moment and being where we are at the moment. We take our chance, we make our save, and then you go in 1-0. But you've got to work for it. That save is world class. That could have been 1 goal for Palace. And the way Bruno took his time and made sure he finished it, and the build-up play was also world class, and we took it. So it's not easy to be 1-0 up in games like this, and that's credit to Manchester United. I don't understand all the comments saying Anthony was bad. I thought he was neither great nor just average, says Stephen. We are finally playing like a big team, confidence and control, says Neil. Christian Eriksen has now made 7 assists in the Premier League this season. Underrated, Lars. Fantastic player. Really pleased that he's having a good game tonight. What's the problem between Bruno and Anthony? Hope there's nothing more than that, says Jack. I've only seen one little argument. Don't know that there's a problem. Hopefully not. But only seen one thing. Thoughts on Anthony's performance, says Mike. I feel he has been struggling big time today. Hopefully he can get something going in the second half. Do we save Casemiro for Arsenal or protect lead and keep him in? I vote stay in, says Utrid. I think Casemiro doesn't look like he's going to get a yellow card. I'm not going to jinx it, but he doesn't look like he's bounding into tackles or anything like that. So I would keep him on for at least another 20 minutes. Get the second goal and then make the change. Good away performance so far. Only frustration is Anthony, says Andrew. Feels like Rashford last season. Manchester United haven't lost since losing to Aston Villa on the 6th of November, says Claydon. It's a fantastic run, but we're only at half-time. Let's keep it going. Let me talk to you about Anthony. Let's go United, says Sad. Let me talk to you about Anthony. The modern football fan can be quite a whiny partner and an impatient one. And I feel like, it's a little bit like me sometimes when we're having a night out and I'm waiting for Miss Goldbridge and, I'm ready to go and she's still getting ready and I'm like, come on. Let's go. And, I feel there is a bit of impatience with Anthony. I do feel there's a bit of impatience. And I don't know why. Maybe it's his flamboyance. Maybe it's his price tag. Maybe it's because he's Brazilian. I don't know. But there seems to be a lot of impatience around Anthony. And, it's like the people who said it was a mistake to start Casemiro. Erik Ten Hag explained why he started him. So you're telling me the manager made a mistake? Are you telling me the manager made a mistake with Anthony? Erik Ten Hag bought Anthony. He wants Anthony. Trust this manager that's got us on a great roll. I find it weird, I've got to be honest, that people are overjoyed with this United side. Wow, what a save by De Gea. I'm just seeing it again. Just let me come back to Anthony in a minute. I'm just watching this save, and every time I see it, it makes me happier and happier. Look at this. It actually takes a different... Oh, his fingertips onto the bar. It's absolutely delightful. It's had nothing to do for 40 minutes as well. World class, that was. Absolutely world class. What's the problem? What's people's problem with Anthony? I think he's been lively, involved in most things on the right-hand side. It's weird, like he offends people. I don't know what it is, Nick P. Love the shows. Thank you for everything. Love following you over the last 14 months, says Jamie. Thanks for your support. Jamie's been a member for 14 months. Tom says he's been impressed with Voot. Hold-up player like Anthony, but I want to see more. Look, there's no doubt that... Anthony can do more. But I do wonder. Neil's just gifted 5 memberships, by the way. Legend of the chat, Neil. Thank you very much. You're very, very great. That's not the word I was looking for. Generous. There we go. Cheers, legend, Neil. Anthony, I don't know why he's not getting patience. I read the lovely comments about Jadon Sancho. We need Sancho. Come back, Sancho. Sancho's back in training. We're all excited to have Sancho back. 18 months he's been here. He's hardly lit the world up, has he, at United? He's hardly done anything. And yet, we want you back, Jadon. We do. Anthony's been here 4 months. Flop. I don't like him. And I don't get it. I don't get it. You might be right. He might end up being a flop. But I think it's way too early to start talking about stuff. And look, trust me, Sancho's first 4 months wasn't much better. And yet people are still saying, give him time. Give him time. So I think you've got to be patient with this. And the most important thing for me with Anthony is this is a player that Erik Ten Hag wanted to bring to the club. So, let's do it. Let's do it. Love the amount of positive energy around Beghorst, says Tom. And the Inquisition, it's the price tag mark. He's been making the runs we need and has been a little bit unlucky, says the Inquisition. Thank you very much. Once upon a time, we would give a player from a different league the best part of a full season to settle in. Exactly, Rob. Welcome to Members Club, Daniel. And I find it odd Arsenal are not playing in the week like us and haven't played City yet. Arsenal have been quality, but things seem to be going their way, says Tom. And passes from the back look natural. Players seem comfy with the ball and they move it with precision. Confidence visible. Bruno and Anthony discussing shows they care and are emotionally invested, says T-Rex. I think this team is unrecognisable. And you're right, the way we move the ball about, the little things that we're now taking for granted that we would have begged for over the last 5 years. People forget that. We had 5 years of total shit for United. And now we've got a team that's performing fantastically well. It's great to see. Once upon a time, I've done that from Rob. 40 goals now for Bruno as a central midfielder. Glad to see him performing like we know he can after last year. Consistency is the key, says Oscar Reyes. 100 goals and assists in 153 appearances for Bruno. Future United, great, says Thomas. And did you hear about the prank in the BBC studio during the Liverpool game? I did, Claydon. I think it's been, front page news all day. And I think the frustrating thing with Anthony, says Joshua, is we know he can do more. Just urging him to take him man on down the line rather than stopping so often to cut on his left. Want him to run into the box, says Joshua. Anthony's been underrated this season. He has Bruno width to the side and a skillful threat on the wing, says Daniel. Look, I think you've got to give him time. You've got to give him, patience, and you've got to remember that this is the player that Erik ten Hag wanted, and back him. And as I said, I think there's no bad performance from a Manchester United player in that team there. They've all played really, really well. And De Gea's save is out of this world, says Callum. You know what? I'm not somebody who says I told you so, but all I can say is, what do I say when I say about keeping David De Gea? You replace that for me and we'll talk. Shut up about your distribution. Talk to me about a goalkeeper who's cold for 40 minutes and produces saves like that, cold. You can't replace that. That experience, that knowledge, that consistency. That's a goal with most goalkeepers. The concentration, the quality, the class. I ain't replacing that goalkeeper. You can talk to me about David Raya, you can talk to me about Robert Sanchez. They're good goalkeepers, but I ain't replacing De Gea just because they can pass the ball a little bit better. I'm sorry. I want saves. I want world-class saves. I want experience. I want somebody who knows what it's like to play for Man United. I want somebody who knows the pressure of playing Man United. There are good goalkeepers out there. Some of them, potentially, could be better than David De Gea. But I don't need potentially. I need right now. Why would I replace a goalkeeper who is not on the decline, who can do the job? I just wouldn't do it. This happened with Schmeichel. Schmeichel left. Oh, it'll be fine. We'll just get somebody else in. It took bloody years. It took 8 years to replace Schmeichel when we got Van der Sar. Why would you replace a goalkeeper that is doing the job you need to gamble on someone who might be able to do it better but hasn't got the experience of doing it better? It's just a no for me. It's like replacing Marcus Rashford with Saka. Saka might do a better job than Rashford, but he's on bloody fire. Why would you bother? Why take the risk? It's not a priority. Mark, the reason that Anthony's getting stick is because he's a Ten Hag signing and played under Ten Hag at Ajax. He was expected to be the finished article, then a development player. I think he deserves time and support, says Div. Thank you. The midfield and defence has been levels above them lot on the bench who played last season. What I like about the defence, Michael, and what I like about the midfield is that goal from Crystal Palace, as much as it was a world-class save, I'm pretty sure it took a deflection and it pretty much was a shot out of nothing. That's why it was such a good save and that's why it would have been such a good goal. But they haven't actually created anything. That was their first shot, I think, at that point. They've not created anything because there's so much confidence in our defence and our midfield. Whereas last season, we'd have probably conceded 5 or 6 chances, good chances by now. We'd have been carved open because our midfield was weak and our centre-backs were weak. So it gives you a platform. I think United now are a team where if you score a goal, you fancy you've won the game. So, yeah. Imagine Erik ten Hag works for only 4 months in United and you can clearly see the developing by Delo, Rashi, Malacia and at least Wan-Bissaka as well, says Dej. De Gea saves you 15 points a season. Why change that to someone that can pass the ball to a centre-back a little bit better, says Mark. It's just not the time. I'd like to see a developmental goalkeeper coming in. Anthony needs to be given more time. In my opinion, you cannot replace De Gea. He's playing too well to be sent elsewhere or even to sit on the bench, says Den. And De Gea said we've done that one as well. More important places to replace than a goalkeeper at the moment. Leave De Gea where he is, says John. Look, people are entitled to an opinion. I've not got a problem with that. But my problem is when people make out that it's an essential thing that we need to do, because it's not. Cementing his place as a starter, Delo will have to... Wan-Bissaka is cementing his place as a starter. Delo will have a tough time getting his place back after his recovery, says Ahmad. It's always good to have competition for places. It is. Weghorst is good at defending from the front, but he is lacking in pace. I think we miss Martial and need to go for pacey strikers like Osman. I still think we need to get a striker in. I do. I said it in the first half. If Martial is injured again, then he will get injured again. And he might have 3 or 4 injuries, Martial, between now and the end of the season. We can't just have Weghorst and Rashford as our striking options. We need Rashford off the left. It is Martinez's birthday today, yes. Players coming back out onto the pitch. Saves like that are the difference between 3 and no points, says Lee. Look, if that goes in, the ground is a different ground. The atmosphere is a different atmosphere. You've got to score 2 goals to win. If it doesn't go in, you've got to score 1 goal and you're winning. I know that's a Michael Owen theory, but you're right, those sort of saves, you've got to score 2 goals in 45 minutes against a crowd that's up for it. You make the save, you score, you're 1-0 up. They've got the work to do. Without showing there's clearly more to the striker role than goals, Martial added more to his game under Eric Ten Hag. I'm very happy, says Delino. We're playing out the back smoothly and everyone knows where the open man is, so it feels like we're never under pressure. Plus it annoys the opposition, says Robel. Man United better win the game on Sunday, says ZX James. Okay, well, look, I think United just need to keep doing what they're doing. I think it's a dilemma for Palace. I don't really see what Palace are going to do here. It suits Man United. Second half is just kicked off. Yeah, it suits Man United. Palace have got to come out a little bit now, and that should leave us a bit of space. People complaining about Anthony seem to forget how dry our right winger is with all the right-footed wingers we have, says Robin. Yeah, look, that's a great point. He's the only left-footer we've got. Sherpan from Brighton is a young goalkeeper to be world-class. That's the understudy we need to replace De Gea, says Sulai. There's impatience with Anthony because we all know he has the potential to deliver. Says Fight. It's my birthday too, Mark. What a pleasure to have the same birthday as such an outstanding player, says Dylan. Yeah, the butcher. Here's Wan-Bissaka. Past his man. Good cross. Ooh, nearly front post. Bruno hits it again. Bruno's been brilliant captain in this game, says Brandon. Well, let's stick with this for a minute because the game has started and Man United have started off very fast again. Good play by Wan-Bissaka down that right-hand side. Some people have Wan-Bissaka as their man of the match so far. That's how good he's played. Keep the clean sheet, you get the 3 points. That's what I'd be saying if I was Ten Hag. Let's go and get the second goal, but remember, if we keep a clean sheet, we've won. Go for the second goal, but keep the focus at the back. Oh, Martinez has been done there. He might get booked. Great save, but the distribution says Brian. Oh, he has been booked. Pulled his shirt. If we win the Carabao Cup, Bruno absolutely deserves to lift the trophy, says Andrew. Yeah, but you know he won't. I think that probably is a yellow card for Martinez. He does pull him back and he is in down the right-hand side. But a bit of a soft one, but definitely should have been a yellow at least for the foul on Martinez. So Crystal Palace with an early chance to put a cross into the box. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. We're on the road to 557,000. Career mode's back tomorrow, Ben. It's a brand new career mode. Mia's Man United Manager, 3 o'clock on Twitch. Back tomorrow. Anyway, Palace with the free kick. In it comes, headed away. Weghorst with the header away. Cross to the back post. Yeah, I think it was a yellow on Martinez. I wasn't surprised. Back to good times on the Watchalong, Mark. These lot need to go easy on Anthony. Rashi's been lukewarm as well. Anthony's created more attack scenarios, says King. Yeah, I mean, I think Rashford has been a bit quiet today, but he's already had a big part to play. It was a lovely pass to Eriksen. And you also know with Rashford that he can have games like this, but if he probably will score. And I think, Anthony... Good play by Weghorst into Casemiro. What a ball by... Oh, no. Eriksen can't get it. Michael, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much. Bruno's an outstanding captain. Did you see what he said after the Man City game? Give me chills, says Dylan. I think he is becoming a very good captain. I do. I love this. They always roll this stat out. Man United have had 100 and something games where they've been winning at half-time in the Premier League and they've never lost since 2014. Here's Rashford trying to get away down the left-hand side. That Richards is probably about as quick as him, but it's ended up with a corner. Moon says, I'm having a crap day. United will make it better. It's always good, isn't it? I've had a bit of a crap day, actually, and... I just thought, well, United's the icing on the cake tonight. Looking forward to it, isn't it? Do you think Garnacho will come on, DJ says? I think our substitutions, you've got to keep an eye on that, really, actually. That you look at the bench and the attacking options are young. Alanga, not Ashley Young, he's not back. They're young options in the attack. Because here's Bruno, lays it off. Anthony, over the bar. Alanga, Palestri, Garnacho are the 3 attacking options. Your midfield options are Palestri and Fred, and the rest are defenders. So if you want to make an attacking option, and like some people are saying, can Weghorst play 90 minutes? Should Anthony be taken off? You're going to have to bring a Garnacho on. I think he'll be first choice out of those there. Hendrik, thanks for joining the Members Club. Appreciate it, pal. Thanks for the support. They're a funny team, Palace, because I think under Vieira they've been really good, but this season, the Premier League's so competitive. They're a good side, Palace, and they're just going through a bad spell at the moment. Huzzy says top 4 surely solidified. Oh yeah, definitely solidified. We're 1-0 up just after half time away from home. Yeah, there's a long way to go. But you're right. That's what we've got to do. Get the points while the sun is shining. Get those points on the table because it might get cloudy one day. We might pick up a couple of injuries. Champions League football is so important for Manchester United. I mean, I want us to win a trophy, and I think we've got a great chance of winning a trophy. But if you said to me now, Carabao Cup in the top 4, I'd say, whoa, what a season. If I was in August, I would. I'd say, what a season. I still think there's a few holes in that team. So Champions League football and a trophy in his first year, I'll have a slice of that pie. In fact, I might have 2. Don't call me deluded, but if we beat Arsenal, I think we could win the league, says Kane. What an interception by Casemiro there. If he doesn't make that, they're in down the left-hand side. Oh, interception class by Casemiro there. Look, my only issue with top 4 is the same issue that I'd have with the title race. I agree. You've got to beat Palace and you've got to beat Arsenal to be in a title race. But even if we were in it, I'd still say the same thing. Look at the squad. Look at the game today. Like, we're going to play 3 games a week until May. Look at the squad today. Who's missing? Well, Delot, okay. Yeah, Delot's a good player. Who else is missing? Martial. Well, he's always missing. So, I don't think when you look at that bench, I see a team that can win the league because these players on the pitch are very good, but they can't play 3 times a week. Jadon Sancho's a good player to come back, but is that enough on itself? Can Jadon Sancho play CDM? Can he play up front? That's why I worry about whether United can do anything this year, because I do worry about the squad. But that's a worry for everyone else. What's his face says bollocks, Leicester won the league. No need to swear, mate, and you're talking out your arse anyway. How are you comparing Leicester winning the league to Manchester United winning the league in an unprecedented season where we're playing 3 times a week and we've just had a World Cup? What's that got to do with Leicester winning the league when they weren't even in bloody Europe and we hadn't had a World Cup? This is a marathon. It's fatigue. We can win the league if we get ourselves in a position to do it, but it would be a hell of an effort to do it because fatigue will hit us at some point. And how Ten Hag manages that, it's going to need luck as much as rotation. Which is why I think the club should be getting in a couple more loan players because I think there is an opportunity. Chief, thanks. Welcome to the Members Club. We're looking good in this game, though. Look, ultimately, we're going ahead of ourselves. Like Ten Hag says, take it every game at a time. Win the next game. We're winning this game at the moment. There's still time to go. We need another forward and midfielder. We need to be creative in the loan market, says Kevin. I hope we can be. I think some people, maybe you agree. I think some people have given up that we're going to do anything else in the loan market, but I really do think that we should. I think you should be backing the manager, really. Trix is talking about Casemiro. At what point do you think you take him off? Well, I have noticed that Palace are getting closer and closer to our goal second half, and you expect that. Look at Arsenal. They were 2-0 up against. Oh, Anthony, you could have done that. He slowed down. You could have had Hughes for pace then. You would have been in. He still got it. Yeah, look at Arsenal against Spurs second half. First half, dominated attacking-wise. Second half, they, did rely on their defence. And, Palace will have a lot, not a lot, but Palace will have more attacks in this half as they try to get back into it. The job we've got is to defend well, but also get the second goal. Could bring Palestri on for Anthony. I think Garnacho will be the first. Big Phil says, should he have a third beer? Yes. If you want to, do it. I don't know what they're trying to show here. I don't know what they're insinuating there. What do I think of Veg? Well, I was just about to ask that everyone. What does everyone else think about Weghorst so far? My personal thoughts are that substitution for Palace here, you should be able to see that on the Stats Carousel. Sponsored by OneFootball. Download it for free. Get all your latest breaking football news and stats on OneFootball. Download it for free. Links in the description. Or the QR code in the top right-hand corner is scannable. Give it a go. It's free to download. Times End says he looks a bit average. Not bad, decent touch, says Mark Jones. He's been quiet, says Strimmy. He's done okay, says Devils 58 Reds. I like Weghorst, says Michael. Doesn't press enough. The things I've liked about Weghorst is actually I think his little one-touch link-ups have been quite impressive. I don't think he looks Man United sharp. He will be sharp because he's been playing for Besiktas, so it's not match fitness. I think it's more like familiarity fitness. I think he's got to get used to playing for Man United. He's only had 2 training sessions, so I think there's an element of rust there. But I'll say what I said before. I think if you can create chances for him, I think he will score goals. I think he is a pretty good goal scorer, and I think he will create goals. He looks a bit unorthodox. I was just looking at him there. He is a bit slow. He does look like he's a Burnley striker in this game, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Look, I take Martial starting every day of the week. He's not better than Martial. That's not a conversation. But Martial's not fit. And therefore I'm very grateful and thankful that we have Wout, because I certainly don't want Rashford up front as our only option. So, look, I think there's a lot of improvement there, but I don't think it's been bad, and we're winning a game that we need to win. I would hope, I would worry if we're playing Weghorst up front against Arsenal. I would hope that Martial's going to be back, but I don't think that's necessarily going to be the case. Casemiro's playing more reserves, and he's still class. Reserved, says the Big P. Here's Rashford. It's got to be worth a shot there, Marcus. Oh, he went for the pass. The fact that our only decent midfield sub is Fred is worrying, says Mario Franco. Any day Goldbridge streams is a good day. Keep up the good work, says Reverse Clouds. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you very much, everyone. Appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. A few people saying that he's a bit slow. Well, I don't think we thought we were getting a speedster. He can't help that. He's been playing the game for 10 years. Admittedly, I didn't know who he was 5 years ago on my FIFA stream. If you don't remember that, there it is.
Weghorst? I've never heard... That's not even a real name! Woot Weghorst! You belong on a Harry Potter film! Bullshit! I've never heard of you in my bloody life! I'm losing to a Harry Potter character.
But I do know who he is now, and I've known who he was for the last few years, and he's not quick. You can't criticise him for not being quick, because he ain't quick. Still half an hour to go anyway. Look, I think United second half probably need a little bit more. concentration in the attack. I think the defence is defending well, but I'm a little bit concerned that we're inviting pressure. Might need to think about subs. Bit wasteful in the attack, second half. God, I'm slow on the type today. Yeah, I just feel Palace are coming into the game a little bit. And we don't want that. We do not want that. Appreciate all your hard work. Listen every day, says Luke. Thank you very much, Luke. Thanks for the super chat. I hope you're doing well. We need those red pants tonight. We've had that one before, haven't we? Lost. But, you know, it's lingered around. Yeah, I think Garnacho is the logical player to bring on, Michael. Yeah. I do feel like it's one of those games where Rashford's been quite quiet, but you just know he's going to score as well. Hopefully the second. Mark, you just missed the coolest Casemiro moments, says Robert McCormack. I did. I know I saw a lot of people talking about some selfie, and I was probably looking at the chat at the time. So, yeah. Don't forget to stretch. Goldbridge. Thanks, Emza. You bitch. I do need to stretch. Ned feels there's an equaliser coming. That wasn't an impression of a duck, by the way. No, I don't feel there's an equaliser coming. I mean, there probably bloody will be now, but I don't feel like Crystal Palace are knocking on the door of an equaliser. But I do feel like we've dropped off a little bit second half. And, you know, Casemiro, Martinez, Varane, Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, they're playing really well as the defensive part of our game. So I don't feel like there is a goal coming. But as we saw in the first half, they could create a shot out of nothing and score. So I think we've got to be wary of it and, you know, just keep our eye on that. Casemiro's won the possession 11 times, the most player on the pitch to win possession, despite him carrying that risky risk of a yellow card. Lee Berman says, my girlfriend always walks in when you're stretching. She must wonder what I watch. Everyone's got to have a stretch, Lee. Robert Moran, thank you very much for the super chat there. You've got to have a stretch. If you can't have a stretch, you're just going to seize up. Get your stretch on. Would you consider United Stand podcast for On The Go, says Luke. Yeah, it's something we've been looking at for a while, actually, Luke. There's quite a few things we're looking at. The trouble is the volume of what we do day to day makes it very difficult sometimes to you know, spend time on new projects because there's never a day off, is there? You know, 10 o'clock every morning, 8 o'clock every night. There's normally an afternoon show. All these games going on. Lots of people come into the new year and go, I want to do this, I want to do that. I want to lose weight. I'm gonna do dry January. I'm gonna not eat chocolate. You know, but when you're doing something like this, it's just enjoyably relentless. Luke Shaw, Marcus Rashford. I thought he was going to produce that moment, which I think he will. Angled in, fancied the shot, worth a go, bobbled up. Not too far over considering it bobbled up, but Chris says, take Rashford off and Casemiro off. Rashford's not on it. Rest them both for Sunday. Right. More half an hour to go. Take Casemiro off and McTominay. What happens? You lose the midfield. No. I hate to say this, but really looks like we need Freddie now, says Could. Next year, the football must improve. This season, okay, says Robert McCormack. I get the feeling you're not completely convinced about Ten Hag, Robert. Which is fine, you know, standards. You know, I think even Ten Hag himself would want a team of his to be playing with 70% possession, and that's going to take a bit of time in the Premier League. Did you see the studio prank I did, Tom? Who didn't? Personally, I'd like this game just to end now. I'd take 1-0 and move on to that Arsenal game comfortably. I don't feel the need to, go and win 3 or 4-0. I'd just be very happy to take the win. But that's not the way it's going to go. We're going to have to play these next 25 minutes. We're going to have to concentrate. I'd love to have a look at Casemiro's heat map tonight. He's been all over the pitch as TJ. He's just in such good form at the moment. He'd be a huge loss for that Arsenal game, but you've got to win what's in front of you. I want to win playing well. He needs time, though, says Robert. Wan-Bissaka resurgence, says the Moose. He's been really good. You wonder why he didn't give him a chance up until after the World Cup. Maybe he was just... I don't know. Up to second tonight, says John. We would be up second tonight, actually. I can show you that. I can show you that now, actually. Let's get it up on screen. Let me show you. Can I show you? I can. I've got it. There it is. Second in the league. 41 points. I mean, we played a game more than Man City, but... as I always say, points on the board this season is more important. I don't want games in hand this season. I'm actually really pleased. There was a time before Christmas where we had the games in hand, and I don't want those games in hand. I don't want games in hand. I want the points on the board, because this season more than ever, I think it is about points on the board. Mark, will you now admit that United will make top 4, says Eaton? No, I don't want to jinx it. And I still think if you've got a long-term injury to a couple of players I'm not going to name, the season would collapse. We're only halfway through the league, which means there's like 57 points to play for. Well, Wan-Bissaka's gone down here. Maybe you want to give a free kick, ref. Every match we play makes me appreciate Ten Hag even more, and everything he changed for good in our club. Ten Hag, man of the match. Mark, entertainer of the match, says Iago. Thank you very much. What do you think of the new YouTube guidelines in regard towards swearing, says Faroe Islands? I'm not aware of them. And Ericsson really falls in second half every single game. Fred should come on, says G Music. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad point about Ericsson. I think he plays a lot of football. He's into his 30s now. I always thought of Ericsson as a number 10 anyway, so it's probably hard work playing in the midfield. But the problem is, if you bring Fred on and then Casemiro and him get a yellow card in the last 20 minutes, they're both out on Sunday, aren't they? So, has Weghorst been in the graveyard shift, says Rob Al? Look, it's a fair point. And I will defend Weghorst on that, because I've defended Ronaldo, Martial, Cavani, Rashford at times. Number 9 for United can be a graveyard shift, so why can't it be an excuse for Weghorst as well? Lots of sloppy passes not getting to the target, says Clive. I think defensively we've played well second half. I think right the way up to Casemiro we've played well. Offensively we've been a bit sloppy. I tweeted it about 10 minutes ago. I said I'd be looking at potentially making a few changes. The Inquisition says don't play Fred, he'll definitely get a yellow. Yeah, McTominay and Garnacho are coming on. And I think that's exactly why he's not bringing Fred on. Who's he bringing off? This is a worry. Is he going to take Casemiro off? Weghorst is coming off. Come on, Palace. They're catching up with Arsenal. Stop them, says Zayn Miasi. Weghorst coming off. And Anthony off. So is he putting McTominay down the middle? McTominay up front. New role for McTominay. Is this the Luke Shaw moment for Scott McTominay? Luke Shaw from left back to centre back. Scott McTominay up front. He used to play it as a youth. Casemiro isn't in form. He's just world class, says Chris. Bruno's gone to the right. Garnacho's gone to the left. Rashford's gone up front. McTominay's gone into the midfield as a number 10. Nice by De Gea. Playing it out from the back. No Weghorst now, so we've got to play out from the back on the ground. There's been a few times De Gea's gone longer looking for Weghorst. Second half. Here's Eriksen. Bit of a break. Back post for Bruno, maybe. Good ball. Hit it first time, Bruno. Oh, he cranked for the cross. Should have hit that. Should have hit that. Scooby's not playing as a striker. I nearly... well, I'm going to stretch anyway, but Scooby, dear. I thought he was going to go up front there. Yeah. But no, I thought Bruno should have hit this. Just smack across it. You know, bottom corner, outside of the boot. Maybe he hasn't got the technique like me. Couple of subs coming on for Palace now. 1-0's dangerous. How's the game been, Mark? I think first half it was brilliant from Man United. Perfect away performance. Dominated the ball. Kept them at arm's length. World-class save by De Gea. Lovely goal by Bruno. Second half, I think we've defended well. I don't think we've attacked well. I'd like to get the second goal and just kill it off, to be honest. It has got McTominay up front on our screen, but I don't think he is. No, I don't think he is. I think he's actually playing as the 10 with Bruno on the right and Rashford down the middle and Garnacho off the left. And I can see I'm right on that. Good to see Garnacho on, though. Wasn't possibly Anthony's best half. Thanks everyone for tuning in, by the way. Please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner is Bruno. He's gone for McTominay. Didn't look like a penalty to me. It looked like he got the ball. Bruno wants it. McTominay wants it. They're quite convinced. I thought McTominay was up front the whole game. Says irritating Rampage. Now, McTominay and Bruno are convinced. I think it's a penalty. Yeah, it's a penalty. It's a clear penalty, that. If they don't change that from that angle... I think the defender looks like it. VAR, checking possible penalty. It's not that angle, mate. Oh, he's not given it! How has he not given that? That's not the angle. They've looked at the wrong angle. They're a bunch of prats. They're a bunch of prats. Oh, lock them up. Fraudsters. Lock away the key and don't give them bail. Bloody joke. What are they looking at? They've not looked at the right angle. The first angle, it looks like he tackles it. The second angle, he doesn't touch it. Oh, bullshit, mate. It doesn't look like a penalty on the VAR one, I admit. It's the other angle where you see he doesn't touch the ball. I think everyone saying it's not a penalty are saying it because they're looking at the first angle, which is the one I saw. The second one, he doesn't touch the ball. They're never going to overturn it anyway, are they? Because the ref said no. It's not a penalty. It's not been given. Play on. Get your head back in game. No penalty. But I thought it was. I really did. McTominay and Zaha having a hug. I think you've got to see the second angle to see what I think people are thinking. I'd love to have a look at Casemiro. We've done that one already, haven't we? Most blatant penalty I've seen all season, says Roberts. Yeah, I hope VAR looked at the other angle, considering they've got it. The first angle doesn't look like it, but the second angle you can see doesn't touch the ball. Good header by Casemiro. I bet Arsenal fans are praying for a yellow card, aren't they? I've only just realised that. I mean, I know he's on a yellow card, but I actually think Arsenal fans would be stupid not to want Casemiro to get a yellow card. But he's steered clear of one so far. He's not really made any of those sort of tackles. Luke Shaw got caught under the ball here. Palace in the box. Good block by Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw there. Well done. Jack says, do you think Casemiro should still be on the pitch considering he's on 4 yellows? Yes, because we're 1-0 up against Crystal Palace, and if you take him off the way he's playing today, he's arguably one of the best players on the pitch, so it might influence us not winning. De Gea with another save. More of a standard save, that one, but still a save. I might be being a bit unfair on him. Looked a bit standard to me, but still a save. They've got the technology. Why did they rush the decision, says Nick Stevens. Yeah, it's I'd expect De Gea to make this one, to be fair. Yeah, I think Casemiro would have stopped it as well. Bit of a warning with 15 minutes to go. See there, I think Casemiro would jump in, but he's just not jumping in at the moment. Cross comes in, headed away Martinez. Second ball, come on. Second ball, start winning the second balls. McTominay, you've got fresh legs. Wan-Bissaka again, flying in. There's going to be a shot here. Palace are pushing. Luke Shaw, they've got some technical players, Palace, who like, you know. Good ball by Palace. Watch out, Ericsson. Cross is good. Oh my God. I think they had a great chance there. Was it Ayew who missed it, and McTominay buys the foul? I actually want Casemiro to play against Arsenal. Don't want you lot giving excuses when Arsenal win, says Steve. How very gracious of you. Will Hughes has just been booked here. Player ratings are out, by the way. If you want to start and get in early, mark every player out of 10. 6 being the average. I'll whack that in the link in the video description and in the live chat. Player ratings. What the why are you not doing anything? Not bad. Yeah, mark every player out of 6. Sorry, mark every player out of 10. 6 being the average. And put a star next to your man of the match. We'll pin that in the live chat and I'll whack it in the video description in a moment. Or you can go to unitedstand.com. If we sign a top striker in the summer, would you look to sell Martial as well? Be hard to sell, but I probably would, Dan. If he can't be fit, there's no point in paying a wage, is there? But that's probably the principle of anyone who'd look to buy him as well. 13 minutes to go here. The link is in the video description for player ratings as well as the link for Boohoo Man, who've sponsored the show tonight. Get 10% off with the code Goldbridge. Loads of brilliantly priced items for chilling out around the house or going down a gym or playing five-a-side. Use the code Goldbridge, get yourself a job lot, 10% off with that code. Scan the QR code if it goes round on the stats carousel as well, which is sponsored by OneFootball. Download that for free. Get all your latest breaking football news and stats. United still pushing for the second goal. Wan-Bissaka's had a good game. Couldn't find the pass there. Some might say it's surprising United haven't been able to get the second goal, but is it surprising that the Premier League is so competitive? Not to me. Nice ball out by De Gea there. Lovely little flick by Wan-Bissaka. Nice to see how United have just changed as well. Since Weghorst's come off, we're not hitting the ball long anymore. Oh, here we go. Wan-Bissaka's out of position. Casemiro, big tackle. Player on a yellow card. Almost the last man there. Timing perfection. Mark, if you were on the player ratings, I would give you 10 out of 10, says Rory. You're a gentleman. Thank you very much. The mentality of Casemiro, Varane and Martinez is exactly what we've needed in the squad, and it seems to be spreading through the team, says Luke. Is there anyone specific you'd like to sign in January? No idea who would be available. Andrew, I think I'm like you. You know, that's where your scouting department's got to go and find a Weghorst or someone like that again. I don't think we've attacked well second half. I think we've been poor on the attack second half. Defensively, I think we've been brilliant. But See, that's good from De Gea. 2 passes out from the back, keeping it on the ground. I think it comes from it comes from Ten Hag. I think when we've got Weghorst up front, we're going for the longer ball. But oh no. The most blatant of blatant yellow cards as well. It's not even one way you can go, the referee's a twat. It's absolutely blatant, Casemiro. What are you doing? Do you want Sunday off? It's absolute. I mean, I suppose I'd like to see that again. Oh, I'm speechless there. No Casemiro against Arsenal. Never looked like he was going to pick a yellow card up. Looked like he was playing a game, very reserved, very good game. And then, I don't know whether he forgets. I don't know what he's done. But he's there's no debate. Damn it, says Clinton. There's no debate. Well, don't bring bloody Fred on. What are you bringing Fred on for? He's bringing Fred on. Don't bring Fred on. He's on a yellow card. For 10 minutes. What are you doing? Don't bring Fred on. Don't bring Fred on. Oh my God. Don't bring Fred on. He's on a yellow. Oh my God. Don't do this. Well, look. Casemiro, I can't. I'm absolutely stunned. It didn't feel like it was going to go that way. I didn't think he was going to get a yellow. And when I saw the tackle, I was like, please be Varane. It was Casemiro. Robert says this is suicide. So if Fred gets booked, he's out of the game as well. Casemiro's already out. He's brought Fred on. I didn't think it... Somebody just said, I knew it was coming. I don't think we did see it coming. I really don't think we saw it coming. The tackle was a blatant yellow, but he hadn't been tackling like that all game. Martinez CDM with Fred Shaw centre-back, says Thomas. Now you lot will know how it feels to have to play without your star midfielder, says Rudy. Look, I don't want to talk about the Arsenal game. We beat Arsenal without Casemiro before. It can be done, Spencer. It can be done, but it's massive. You know, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that United without Casemiro are the same team. It's a massive blow. Why is Fred coming on, for God's sake, says Nick Warren. Fred's as rash as they come. And Mark Bruno has been very poor at ball retention. He's given the ball away a lot tonight. He had a good first half, Marcus, but second half it's not been so good, to be fair. But I'm just... We've got to get these 3 points now. Got to get these 3 points now. Casemiro's picked up the yellow card. He can't play against Arsenal on Sunday. We'll deal with that afterwards, but we've got to get these 3 points now. That's the main thing. Tough place to go, Arsenal, anyway. It's an even harder place to go without Casemiro. But look, the last thing we want to be doing is thinking about that. We want to be thinking about getting these 3 points on the board. And, maybe that will temper the whole discussion about titles anyway, which to me, are probably not what we should be talking about. We need to be talking about top 4, and that's why winning this game would be a big step towards that. And ultimately, I think Casemiro's played really well tonight. You wouldn't normally be judging him for picking up a yellow card. And I'm not going to say that that's taken away from what's been a really good performance by the back four and him. Cross comes into the box. There he is again. Not a great clearance. Fred, do not get booked. I can't believe Fred's on the pitch. You know, I just can't believe Fred is on the pitch knowing that he can get a yellow card and also miss the game on Sunday. I mean, what would our midfield be? Over the bar from Zaha. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Please do subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. Tumbleweed says that yellow card made me feel sick. You know what made me feel sick? Was the fact that I wanted to go absolutely mad at the referee and say, you're a joke, ref. You're an absolute disgrace to your profession. But he actually wasn't. He was absolutely correct. Because it was a yellow card. There's no doubt about it. I can't deny it. It was a yellow card. I've had a super chat here from Daniel. He says, love Bruno, but that was a useless giving away trying to play that flick that led to the yellow card, says Daniel. Moments like this make my blood boil that we gave up Garner, says Tampa. And Scooby-Doo in the midfield on Sunday is literally going to give nightmares until then, says Daniel. I think, look, I don't want to talk about Arsenal. I want to get this game won, but you can't just put McTominay in Casemiro's role. We'll lose. Move Martinez to CDM. A lot of people are saying that. The logical thing is Fred and Eriksen, isn't it? Casemiro sometimes takes too long on the ball. This is why he played a bad pass while pressed and has to foul and take the yellow, says Spencer. Nobody's perfect. Baron saying Martinez is CDM as well. So we've got 5 minutes to go here. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Man United need this win. Please subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. Here's Rashford. Can you finish it? He'll look to finish it because he wants to keep that goal scoring record going. I forgot about that as well. Rashford's going for a record, isn't he, of however many games in a row. But United. Rashford's not been good today. No. The front hasn't been that good second half. Sent a response 2 days ago stating he should start rest Casemiro on your look ahead Palace game. Just sent a reply on Twitter showing that. Sad times, says Slow Sports News. I was sad about the Casemiro yellow card, but we beat Arsenal without Casemiro would be pure gold to Ganiska. I still think picking Casemiro was right, and I'll still defend it. And the reason I'll defend it is because without Casemiro, I don't think people remember how bad we were. So I don't think there's any guarantee that we would win games without him. What percentage would you be on us playing in the Champions League next season? I think it will happen. I don't want to talk about it, Jamie, but these sort of games help us with that. Sorry, Mark, but you were not watching your screen to see the misplaced pass from Bruno that left Casemiro with no choice but to make that challenge. I need to see it again, Red Smurf. I do need to see it again because the type of tackle that Casemiro made, he hadn't been making those sort of tackles. So I think he definitely did make a tackle that he needed to make. Answer me this. Answer me this. What a pass. Rashford's in. Can't get past his man. Answer me this. If Casemiro doesn't make the tackle, what does Zaha do? Is he in? Is there cover? I mean, he can't be in to the extent that he was going to score because that would be a red card tackle. There must have been some cover there. Hi, Mark. Now is a perfect time to try Maguire, says Yasser as a CDM. Nice ball into Wan-Bissaka. Cross is... Oh, that's not good enough. Mario G wants Ward-Prowse. Fatigue was always going to play a part this stage of the season. You can see it tonight. Thin squad, says Legendary. Yeah, we're playing a lot of football. Playing a lot of football. Could Martinez play CDM, says Andrew. We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see. I'm just trying to... It's only Arsenal punching above their weight, says it's Froggy. I'm not thinking about Arsenal. I want to get this game won first. The free kick here. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Please do subscribe. Palace have got a chance here. Free kick. Luke Shaw's just given a foul up. Can I just say, we're only 100 subscribers away from 559,000, so please click that button and subscribe. Thanks everyone who's tuned in tonight. It's going to be a massive game on Sunday. If they lost this without him, Sunday wouldn't matter, says Seb. Exactly. At least Casemiro gets a rest, says Nate, and Rogue to think Shaw, centre-back, Martinez, CDM and Malacia, says Rude. There's options, but most importantly, let's make sure we win this game. This is a good free kick opportunity for Crystal Palace. I think they're going to cross it. Yeah, they're not going to shoot. They're going to cross. 4 minutes of added time. Please subscribe, everyone, says Renate. Bottom right-hand corner to do that. Just put it on the keeper. Oh, my God. Oh, my fucking God. Fuck off. Fuck off. All that bloody work and it's 1-1. Jesus Christ. It never rains, it pours, does it? It never rains, it pours. Well, like a bloody spider stuck in a bath. All that progress and you hit a point and you slip down. Oh, it's gutting. Ten Hag shakes his head. Absolutely gutting. I don't think you can do anything about it. I think it's a very, very good free kick. In off the bloody bar in the top corner. Oh, fuck off. Bog off. I can't believe it. I'm gutted. That is such a bad game to drop points in. And then no Casemiro against Arsenal. Oh God! You didn't feel it, did you? Can we get a late winner? We've done it before. Luke Shaw into Rashford. Don't be greedy. Garnacho. Luke Shaw. Corner to United. We've been crap second half, Michael, on the attack. But my argument is, what options has he got? Oh, no! Casemiro, was it? Oh, Garnacho straight at the keeper. He's just missed an open goal. From the corner, right across the face of goal. Oh, it's all going wrong second half. Bruno's cross comes in and, Casemiro, I think it's like between his head and his groin. He's trying to knee it in. He's well onside. Oh, he's hit his knee and not gone in. Fuck off. What a bloody horrible end to a game. I feel so dissatisfied. Bruno, hit it! Stop taking a touch and hit it! Bloody set piece as well. Oh. Fred's giving the ball away here. Don't you trip him up, Fred. Oh, he's through the middle. No, 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 no. Good tackle, Wan-Bissaka. Good tackle, Wan-Bissaka. Probably my man of the match tonight, to be fair. I think we should have had a penalty as well. But we can't. The thing is, we can't moan about VAR when we got that offside goal against City. Fucking hell. We've done nothing on the attack. Nothing on the attack this half. Nothing. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. And of course, we go to Arsenal on Sunday with no Casemiro as well. And that's been a little bit like a balloon pop, really. Crap second half. Apart from the back five and Casemiro, second half was crap. You know, Eriksen, Bruno, Rashford, Weghorst, Anthony, crap second half. It wasn't very good, and I don't know why, and I'm sure Ten Hag won't be very happy about it. On a plus note, Mark, we're second for now, says Slow Sports News. Thank you very much for that. Fatigue was always going to hit us as well. Mark, player ratings, links in the video description. It's on the live chat and it's on the match reaction as well. I'll see you over there in a couple of minutes' time. Get your player ratings in. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. Lots to digest. We're not used to not winning. Lots to talk about, and I'll see you over there in a minute or two.